We're not in any kind of worry for the content for which we care. There is so... Wait, I forgot what I was going to say now. I had a rhyme and I forgot what it was immediately. So, my memory is kind of blurry, but it's a Starship and not D&D. There we go. Anyway, welcome back. I'm Jacob. Oh, I can't hear you, but oh, you're muted.
I'm BB.
There we go.
I'm Aiden, and together we
are
the Butter Bunch.
All right then. Good start.
Yeah, fun time.
Okay. We finally made it after way too long for this particular project.
Act 2. Or
Act 2, Part 2.
Act 2.
We're finishing it today. That's for sure.
Starships are meant to fly.
Yeah, that's okay.
The crew is going to die. I don't know.
Mass murder.
Maybe. They might.
Murder. We love murder.
Well, Mega Girl certainly does, as of where we got to in the story.
Mega Girl is best girl.
Yeah,
I mean, understandable. Yeah, I'm trying to think who else would vie for that position. Probably Taz for some people.
Nah, Mega Girl is best girl.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people. I'm just saying.
Jacob is the Mega Girl fan.
Well, clearly Aiden is another Mega Girl fan.
Exactly. You know, I just love her hate for humanity. It's so great.
I thought you were going to say relatable, but sure, okay.
I also relate, but you know, I unfortunately can't murder all humanity because I am a part of humanity.
I mean, most of the time you had more physical capabilities of murdering humans than she did up until again recently.
Hey man, you ask certain groups of people you are not part of humanity, and therefore you are exempt.
Oh yeah, wait a minute.
Totally free. Kill anyone you like.
Okay, but that just means you'll get like a slightly different the criminal charge for doing so. I think the end result is the same. Anyway, Tootsie is best boy. Okay, again, also understandable.
Wait, is Tootsie the southern one who's in love with Mega Girl?
Yes.
He is best boy.
I guess overall, if there was a Starship Rangers yearbook, they would get best couple. Depending on who votes for them, of course. But yeah, okay. Anyway,
Mega Girls makes them vote for both of them at gunpoint. She's just like, you will vote for us right now. Put in that vote. It's like, oh no, okay.
I like both Taz and Mega Girl. I love women. Yes, we know that you love women, Abby. And February. Yeah, well, I was going to say...
I got someone's name February.
I omitted February and Specs on purpose because I thought they wouldn't vie for the top position for most people. But they are also there.
I do love the order of operations here, though, and I understand what they mean, but let's read it straight here. Well, you know, not in that way, obviously, but...
yes, okay, go on.
I like both Taz and Mega Girl. I love women. And February.
You love February, the month. Best month ever.
I think what BB was getting at was that February did not qualify for the position of woman because she was listed after the rest of them.
Oh, oh god. Dang.
My goodness, yeah.
Dang, took away February's woman card. I see how it is. BB has the ability to take away people's woman
I don't.
Card.
If anyone has the right to take that away, it's not me.
you have that power now.
I don't. I have very little power.
All right,
I agree with Fester.
I love men. See, we've got both extremes now. We've got both extremes of the Star Kid.
I also love men. What's nice is I'm here in the middle ground. You know.
This is true. Yeah. See, in some ways, bi people get the best of both worlds.
Or the worst if you're really bad at dating.
Both worlds.
Okay, sure. Okay then.
Right, where it's like, oh, you're not picky at all, and you don't have anyone. Well, then whose fault is that, really?
I thought you meant that they just end up like picking like toxic people from both like from like.
You get all the toxic men and women.
No, I'm not shorty.
Dang.
So understandable. My goodness, one of these days is going to show up to one of these. Anyway, I was in the middle of watching Call the Midwife, and I got a notification and came here. I can't put that comment on the screen for some reason. It's not letting me click on it.
Dang.
Okay, this one I can click on. Equal opportunity ace here. The equal opportunity, of course, being 0. Which, yeah, okay.
Sure. So Abby, here's the thing. So you like men, just select few. So I've noticed that, and this has changed a little bit. I've noticed I really just like the rock star aesthetic, and most people aren't going out in that aesthetic. But those who are, I like it. Do more of that, please. But
Little White Lie must be a dream for you.
But I have noticed that that in my day-to-day life, I am more attracted to femme presenting people, but for like celebrity crushes, it's a lot of men. Which is an interesting dynamic there.
Question: how do you feel about Audrey Plaza?
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
Aubrey Plaza, yeah.
I should show you interviews of her. I think you're gonna love her.
All right, sure. No, like I've seen
a few, and yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, no, I've seen some people show up to Culver sometimes and like this with like long hair and like nice like braided beards and like the tattered like jacket without like a sleeve or whatever, and like somewhat muscular but a little bit of balance. Like, oh, that's the style. That's the
Aubrey
vibe.
Aubrey Plaza once voiced the Grumpy Cats.
You're right, I do love her.
in the what was it? I think it was Lifetime Grumpy Cat movie or something, or was it Lifetime made that? I can't remember who made it.
Well,
someone made it.
Markiplier's given her a run for her money as the award-winning meow guy.
Meow.
I mean, fair enough. I think Grumpy Cat was.
Well, actually,
female,
Garth,
so,
Andy, I was gonna call him Garth. Andy did a pretty good cat voice in. I forget which AFMAS series it was.
Yeah, but does he have range as animals? Because Markiplier can go meow and moo and even woof. So
those sound roughly the same as each other.
Yeah, but he has range because he can say different things. With
that kind of sounds like H. John Benjamin doing an H. John Benjamin impression. I mean, okay.
Well, Fester, there's some crossover, I think, with crushes and gender envy.
Wait, Abby, have you been watching?
I'm going to assume that you can have both at the same time, and that's an even worse situation.
Abby,
right?
Have you been watching Agatha all along? And if so, how do you feel about Audrey Plaza's acting in that? Or her character in general?
I should have known that's why you brought up Aubrey Plaza specifically.
No, I've been watching interviews of her ever since. Listen,
I was going to say, what a random person to bring up, and I was like, okay, what about Grumpy Cat?
Do I know Audrey then?
I'm gonna act.
Well, her name is Aubrey for starters, not Audrey.
Oh yeah, Aubrey. Sorry. I once knew an Audrey that had a hit list.
What? Okay. Oh no.
Okay.
And at the top of it was all St. Nicholas.
Oh, Nicholas Scratch.
Oh wait, hold on. Monsters at Work. Is this what I think it is?
No, you missed.
No,
I'm referencing Danny Gonzalez, Aiden.
This Christmas, don't got a wish list, I got a hit list, and at the top of it is old St. Nicholas.
Anyway.
You should watch it. It's good.
Muppets. I mean,
because they messed up Wiccan. If you know they messed it up, how? I guess you must have seen like reviews or something to know they've messed it up. I'm guessing. So otherwise, I'm like, how can you know if you haven't seen it?
The MCU has never been the most common. That's one of the biggest complaints actually with the Doctor Doom casting, because Doctor Doom is Romanian and Robert Downey Jr. is notably not.
I feel like if you're going to the, I feel like going to the MCU for accurate Wiccan portrayal is kind of like going to the general Marvel for accurate Norse mythology.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
have like a general idea of what you're going, what you're
so
you're in
two
for.
things. So two things. One, you're totally right, Jacob, but it's not what you think. Wiccan is a character name.
Oh, okay.
It's not Wicca. He's a witch.
Well, no, Wiccan is someone who practices Wicca. So that is, I understand where Jacob's coming from. But
his name is his profession. Okay, fair enough.
No, it's because Wiccan is one of the kids of Scarlet Witch.
My goodness, that's an uncreative name for the show. Comic books, I guess. You know what? That makes sense as well.
Yeah.
To be fair, his civilian name is kind of boring. It's just Billy. Billy. Oh, so real unique and original.
Well, okay, no, look, Billy is fine. I will also point out here, because I'm not going to talk about Doctor Doom casting, I want to talk about Doctor Doom the name, Victor Von Doom.
Hey,
Again,
okay.
We'll talk about a comic book name here.
Okay,
Victor of Doom.
Okay, at the very least, at least Wiccan sounds cooler than Wanda's other kid name, who, civilian name, Tommy, his superhero name is Speed, because he's fast.
He's a speedster, therefore his name is Speed.
Lightning
Yes.
McQueen is going to... Lightning McQueen would sue if he wasn't also owned by Disney.
Yeah, which again, also,
Flash
remember,
was
related
taken,
to Quicksilver as well.
The Flash
It's not.
was
This is
taken,
an
so-
awfully named family tree. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, both family members, not together. Unless
Well, I
you're
mean,
looking at the
I think
ultimate
Quicksilver
continuity.
is a pretty cool name. It's kind of like a fun pun.
No,
to
but
get
what I'm
silver hair.
saying though is like you look at Quicksilver, which he's quick and his main color is silver, and then you have Scarlet Witch with red, and it's like, I mean, okay, at least they sound cool. But then there's Scarlet Witch's kids, who are Billy
Wiccan
and
and
Tommy, most generic goddamn names, and their superhero names are Wiccan, which is a type of real like magic thing because they're related to a witch, and you have Speed, because he's quick, and it's like,
Okay.
I can't.
You know
Okay,
what's
yeah.
weird, though?
I don't mind the
Like-
generic names, because I imagine that Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver also have names that are the civilian names.
No, Scarlet Witch is Wanda Maximoff.
There you go. See?
and-
Another name that she has.
Yeah, but
And-
that's still cool sounding. It's not Billy and Tommy.
And Quicksilver is literally named Pietro. I mean, those are pretty cool civilian names. You know,
I will say this, that to backtrack this to, like the previous century, actually, in the Phantom of the Opera, apparently the Phantom's name was Eric. But that's because considered that it was a book by a French author for a French audience, the name Eric is much more exotic to them than it is to us. So it's probably just a matter of perspective, ultimately.
Hey, Abby, you know what's weird though? Magneto actually ended up acting like a better father when comics retconned him being their biological father. He was a better father to them when they retconned it to be adopted father, like in the more modern day comic book
Well, okay,
storylines
it
with
depends
them.
on the writer. I think we need to understand that a lot of times whenever we're talking about these characters,
The writer is really
the writer
doing that.
changes a lot.
And I don't
Well, yeah,
think
'cause I
there's
like
really
that they want
much
to-
communication between like the various runs sometimes. Like sometimes I feel like one time like a writer for a run will like have a completely different idea, then the next writer will take over and have a completely different idea, completely contradicting what the other writer was trying to do. with the
Unless it's
Kind of like
Spider-Man.
canonizing a fanfic.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. Actually, yes, but unless it's Spider-Man, who is doomed to never change at all, and there's a very long
No, but the problem is some writers
list
will
of
give him.
rules that you aren't allowed to do as a writer. That's a real thing. There's a list of rules that you can't do as a Spider-Man writer.
They'll start to make him happy and then immediately do like a straight up right turn into like
Yes.
full on sadness. Be like, oh man, he's finally getting his life on track. Never mind, his life's in the gutter. Which I
Yeah.
relate right to Spider-Man in that regard. My life is in the gutter. It's
Mine
not
is in
going
the
well.
guts most of the time.
Oh yeah, but you know, it's like everything's going well. To the gutter we go.
Hmm.
Happiness. Who is she? Never met her.
Yeah. Much like for our characters here, for a brief moment, everything seemed to be going well for them, and then their hopes were ultimately dashed. And it seems like now we're rearing to that conclusion.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
hey,
that's
at least
nice.
these characters have a chance of getting a happy ending. Spider-Man has no chance of getting a happy ending. Unless they kill him. They'll kill him, and then it'll be like, he's happy in heaven.
No,
with-
that's not gonna save him,
with
and you know
Gwen
that. He's just
Stacy.
gonna come back to life somehow.
Oh, yeah. Oops.
Or they'll just get
forgot
another version of him.
Yeah, like in Spider-Verse, I was going to say.
The ultimate
They immediately
universe.
got another version. It's like,
The
oh my god,
ultimate-
I'm crying over the grave of Peter Parker. Oh, hi, Peter Parker.
In fact, there's already like multiple Spider people in the main continuity. He's entirely replaceable at this point. like, Like the Miles version of Spider-Man,
You know-
he's still running around. I think Scarlet Spider's still running around.
If they
I wonder if Miles is the whole
if they
same
ever
rules or
kill
not.
off Peter though, they're just gonna saddle Miles with the same unhappiness of Peter. They're just gonna make him equally unhappy.
Again, Spider-Verse. You know,
Well,
not to spoil the first movie or anything, like the opening act.
In the main comic book universe, though, Miles is now a part of the main universe because he was originally from an alternate continuity, but then transferred.
He was in
to
the
main-
Ultimate Universe, yes.
Then
Which
he
also,
transferred to
Say,
main continuity.
alternate or ultimate, they both work in this
Yes.
You know,
context.
when are they gonna transfer Gwen into the main continuity though? Like, I'm surprised they haven't did that.
I don't
already.
want them to.
I thought she
Please.
started in the main continuity.
She did,
and then she
Spider Gwen.
died.
Spider Gwen.
Right, okay,
Let's
there we go.
Spider.
I was about to say.
Yeah, Gwen has been dead for a long time. She's one of the few characters they've managed to just keep down.
And
the
Uncle
grave.
Ben. And Uncle Ben.
So I said one of the few.
Yeah.
Although I think they tried to resurrect her once as like a clone, and then they immediately killed off the clone.
I think they brought her back as a ghost like once or twice.
My name
I mean, they brought her back in House
My
of
name
M
is
when
Sven
Wanda
Tracy.
They brought her back when House of M when like
It's like
Wanda
Nero
Real
Grinder.
Reality as well. Oh my
Hate this.
gosh.
If you don't get that reference, how fitting that KW shows up right when I make a D&D reference.
No,
If you
KW,
don't get
I
that,
was
check out KW's channel.
No, KW, I let
Streamed it
Jacob do his
yesterday.
segue. Aiden brought it back, and
I
I just happen to
love-
like Marvel, so I'm joining in.
Yeah,
I actually had the perfect segue when you mentioned like complicated stuff, and then it was like, nope.
By the way, when is Stark ever gonna parody Marvel though? Like, I think they
Probably
parodied.
never. What do
They
you like?
they parodied Batman and like
Yeah, back when
technically-
they were allowed to do
At
parodies.
this point they're unlike. Well, they're still allowed to, but it was always complicated, and it's one of the things they always risked. But now, because of what they're doing these days, they don't really need to go back to that. To be honest,
I kind of wish they
Which I
parodied
will say,
Marvel. in some
I've always
way. It'd be
wondered-
fun.
Which I will say, I've always wondered what was the legal grounds to stopping those? Because parody is like one of the few things here in the States they're just allowed to do at any point. That's why Spaceballs was the thing.
Okay, I don't think it was much legal grounds as much as it was, I guess, like risk of
Constant
particularly like their
intimidation.
videos being taken down. But also there were just some things that started to happen at a certain point in the timeline that we will get to, where it became much more viable for them to make original stuff versus parodies. But we haven't got to that part yet because we've still got to cover the past. And that's what we're going to do right now. Segue number 2.
Starship,
Without further ado, on with the review.
So Marvel.
Well-
No, I'm kidding.
Here we are.
Oh, Bug, you really grew up here?
Yeah, it was kind of my own personal playground. I know it's not much, but it does have a great view screen. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah, how was he able to move those without possible thumbs before? But
The
anyway.
mainframe computer systems still work. Bug, let's pull up all the data we can on warp crystals. Hold on, let's see.
War crystals.
No, warp.
Warp crystals.
Oh,
Because-
I thought I said
because
war
the,
crystals. I'm like, wait, what? We're going to war.
Yeah, because because Junior in the last part, like not Junior, the person we know, the character Junior. in
I was
the
gonna be
show,
like Junior. Where? Junior.
the character Junior lied to the crew and said and said that the warp crystals didn't work because he still needs February to get impregnated by one of the bugs in order to bring back in order to like make an army for his dad. That's the plan. So as far as she's concerned, they're stuck here. I'm surprised that February, given her proficient intelligence, let's say, came up with looking up for warp crystals. Because honestly, I thought she would have just forgotten all about that. But there you go. She's got a mind of the mission. She's here to get the job done.
Why, the video changed. How'd you do that?
Captain Fog, stardate 30XX. During our approach to an uncharted alien planet, we were hit.
Stardate 30XX. Honestly, when I hear like randomly like assigned numbers and letters together, I wonder like what's the rules in universe for how they make those.
By an unanticipated meteor shower in an attempt to escape. We
Oh,
flew
a
stern
bond's here.
first into a
Hello,
gamma
Bond.
radiation space storm. Our outer hull was compromised, and my first mate exploded. Someone really
Now he just became the Hulk.
fire trucked up big time. Activate the
Fire
emergency landing
trucked
gear.
up. I
Yes.
guess to say fucked up, but fire truck. Oh.
There is actually an entire Smosh song about this concept.
So I've been told this was a thing that I did. I was too young to remember, but apparently before I could speak somewhat clearly, I had I had replaced truck with fuck. And so one day, I guess I
Fire
was
fuck.
at the store and I saw a fire truck toy that I really wanted. And we were checking out, and I was like, Mommy, I want the fire fuck. And I just kept talking about it. And it was like, no, now. Now, I don't know if this is the same. I guess I should have put two and two together a while back, but I did have a fire truck toy for a while, and I almost wonder if that's the one, because I was never told if I got that toy or not in the end of that story. I wonder if that one like broken apart fire truck toy that I had that's like old and like dirty. I wonder if that's the fire fuck.
I will say, if my child started yelling that in the middle of a public store, I would buy the toy just to make sure they would stop saying it.
We're like,
No, I mean, that's the thing, and I don't know. Maybe that is what happened. I have no idea if that truck is the fuck, or if it's
that
a
truck
different...
is the fuck.
Or I don't know if that fire truck is like a different one. I'm somewhat curious now, but...
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
Yeah,
you were just
you know
really
what-
bad of tease, though. Maybe you were really bad of tease, so instead of like...
No, I was really bad at a lot of things.
Oh.
That's just an autistic thing. A lot of us have
Being bad at
delayed...
things.
Well, we have a lot of delayed speech stuff.
I don't
So
know
for
if
a
I had
while-
delayed
so-
speech stuff. I know I delayed potty training, but I was also stubborn, so you know.
That's also common. It's a developmental disorder. That's what it classifies as. But no, it's that was a thing, and for years and years I was in speech therapy, and I can speak mostly fine to this day, but I still have a bit of that.
That, yes, fair enough. Makes sense. Yeah. Actually, when I was younger, one of the things that I would do a lot of the time, especially when I was speaking in Spanish, was that because I was thinking of the thing that I wanted to say before I said it, and I wasn't as spontaneous. So, in order to give my brain time to rewind a little bit, and then and then give me time to catch up with my own voice, what I would do is I would just repeat stuff for a moment until I would get to that stage. And yeah, like sometimes I'll say something and they'll be like, okay, reset the sentence, but that everyone does that kind of thing. But no, I mean, like, it was much more extreme.
Yeah, it's a thing where it's like, because whenever things like what just happened for me did, it's usually not such a big deal if it's around like you guys with them. But if I'm at work, it is the most humiliating thing going over to bring someone their food, trying to say the most simple shit, and then I end up just doing that.
Oh, well, I'm sure they know what you mean. Anyway, so this is actually something, by the way, before we move on, one of my bucket lists to do with songs actually is I want at some point to make a really long rhyme scheme with all of the words that rhyme with duck, except for the word that everyone's thinking of, and I just never deliver the setup. Everyone thinks I'm gonna go, and that's like, oh wait, no, it's not that one. No, it's not that one. Okay, the scheme's over. I haven't done that yet, but it's one of my things I want to do.
Sure.
I mean, you could actually structure a sentence where it's like, I don't know, I don't give a truck. That's too obvious, but it's like I don't give a, something where the sentence would be realistic, could potentially end with the fuck word, but it just doesn't. You just then midway through your sentence, you just drift it to something where it can't end with that. It's like, oh wait, you're not going that. Never mind. Constantly baiting people into thinking you're going with that.
Yeah, I guess it's just how I struggle to find the words. I trail off trying to recall the word, and it's awkward silence.
Fail, male, tail.
We all have code mechanisms.
Fail, lail.
Aiden's demonstrating what my brain does on a regular basis when I'm alone and not think about anything else.
Sail, hail,
Pale.
bail.
Rail.
Email. I don't know. Yeah, again, that's something that I will do sometimes. Whereas, because sometimes actually, this in class, I've gotten the students to write their own songs, or at least the beginning of songs. And some of the time, there was some people ask okay, what rhymes with this word, particularly in English. And Most of the time they would ask their like usual teacher, but just in the back of mind, just going like, okay, so you rhymed that, okay, this, yep, all those things. Like those songs where it sounds like they're going to say a dirty word, but it turns into a different verse. Pretty much, yes.
Hey man, that's a better alternative than like whenever you're in school and there's like a popular song, but because kids don't pay attention to age ratings. That's not a thing that kids do. But
no, of course, someone can barely read.
But adults like to pretend like kids do, and so they will try to find clean versions of like the songs that kids are actually listening to, and it's never good because it never finds like an alternative. It just stops.
It's like there's like radio edits where they'll just remix it or something. It'll like a record scratch when it gets to a certain word.
Yeah,
or something.
I always found some of the clean versions to be weird though, because like the word's still there. It's just cut off or like.
That's what I just said. Yes.
It's like I don't know. I always find it weird just listening to that on the radio. It's like cool, but like it kind of you're not really replacing the words. You're just censoring the word.
Yeah, and if you know what you're doing with songwriting, replacing words or finding another way to say something is the easiest thing in the world. But
I mean, even if you replaced a word and it didn't sound as good, it would still be better than poorly censoring it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I feel like most kids are smart enough to like know what you're censoring.
Well, most kids. Well, that's the only reason that schools play the clean versions of those songs is because the kids listen to the actual songs usually.
Yeah.
Which is part of why I think it's so weird in the first place. Is like they know what it's. They listen to it in their day to day. Like I know they're like 10 or whatever. And it says fuck, but they don't care.
Yeah. Some of the students have given me song recommendations, and a lot of them are quite atrocious. As often like, why are you listening to these things? I owned a Polar Express during the brand on a track when I was younger. If that counts. Wait, hold on. Oh, I've missed out the context. Okay. No trains. I ever see those big train tables like with a big train track that passes through the tunnel, passes by figurines. Those look so cool.
I have, yes.
Yeah, in like every 80s movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, but say I've seen it in a lot of movies and stuff as like, oh, here's the thing. Like I know in Big Bang Theory, Sheldon has a thing with trains. In Ant-Man, there's like in the first Ant-Man, there's an entire fight scene on one of those.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I watched the original Thomas show where it was stop motion, which is part of why it looks so creepy, because it wasn't fluid animation. It was really just disturbing, extreme facial reactions. And it's like, it's the freakiest thing. But that's what they use for it. That's how they did it.
Motion works really good for horror. Like, works really good for horror, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah.
Coraline terrified me as a child. I was terrified of Coraline.
Same here. I will say that too. Yeah.
Like, God, that whole story with the button eyes, the other mother, the whole world, the whole like creepy like insect / like.
I mean, the premise was already terrifying, but obviously the stop motion added to that.
Yeah,
it didn't subtract. Counterpoint, of course, Rankin Bass is the other extreme of that. The more wholesome version of stop motion. When they did stop motion, I mean.
Yeah, which is still going to be such a shame, because in our generation, the classic like songs that are now kind of associated with Rankin Bass, though not made by him or them. A lot of those are still kind of like commonplace for us. But I remember talking about this with you guys a while back, where it's like, one day enough generations will pass where no one's listening to those songs. No one's listening to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman. It's old man music. It's like old. It
already is old man music. They're made in the 40s.
Yeah, but everyone still listens to it. Eventually, it'll become like Bach.
See, the thing is, the songs were already classics by the time that the Rankin Bass movies started.
Yes, but they're associated with them now because
Grandma got ran over.
Yeah, so as long as those movies are still watched, then there is hope. Honestly, what someone should do, I don't know if I forget if Rankin Bass is still in operation or if they've.
I think they died.
I think they're done. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to say someone should have revived the Rankin Bass cinematic universe and just continue it with more modern.
Yeah, they had a
so they can add to the lore, and because people are so obsessed with cinematic universe nowadays, they will go back and check out the old stuff, and that will keep the songs alive.
Yeah. So it looks like they actually went through a very slow and painful death. Actually, just looking at the wiki page, there's a lot of like formerly and defunct dates, but it seems like the last time that they had ever been heard of was December 17th, 2001.
Who owns the copyright?
That's more recent than I thought, actually.
Who owns the copyright to like the Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer? Like,
Oh, this is a funny story. Okay, so that movie specifically has a really funny issue with copyright. So you know how a lot of the time you'll have copyright years in Roman numerals?
Yeah.
So what they wanted to do in the movie is, you know, they have copyright Rankin Bass, and it was supposed to say copyright Rankin Bass 1964. What it actually says is copyright Rankin Bass 1164. So the general agreement is that the copyright for that specific movie is null and void, and that's why you see it being used for so many like adverts or Christmas specials or like fan productions, remakes, whatever, because they don't have to pay the rights for it.
Did Rankin Bass ever have any opinions on that? Did they ever try to fight?
I don't think they were able to do anything.
Like, were they ever able to just say
but...
whoopsies? Was there ever like a re-release where they're like, "Hey, by the way"?
Well, then they
or better yet, did they ever just try filing it again?
Wow.
I don't know that part of the story. But clearly, whatever they tried didn't work.
Maybe they're like, "Oh, this is a really bad thing we did, but also it's really funny, so let's just keep it."
You know what? That would be the best scenario, honestly. Because they still have the sequels and all the other stuff, the cinematic universe too, all that stuff. So,
well, I mean,
ultimately,
it's also like I've seen this take a few times where it's like there is kind of the argument against copyright as a whole, because like it serves to protect, but at the same time it also serves to gatekeep art, and that can lead to a lot of issues just from an artist perspective.
Copyright.
Yeah, that's why on the internet, there's most of the time, most creators here, on these platforms will intentionally not copyright stuff. Some of them do, but
I think Athmo does now. Pretty sure you get copyright claim for using.
Well, okay, so what happened there is that because Athmo's network, Superbam, does that stuff, that's the copyright claim. So the stuff that I got claimed, like the reason I don't do live 5% anymore is because those streams got claimed by Superbam, not by Catface or Athmo specifically. So there's not much control over that. Recorded videos, they're fine. Doesn't give me anything.
Isn't there still... But there is still a copyright on those, though. Right?
Well, yes, by Superbam. I just explained that.
Well, I mean, okay, that's not much difference, though.
The difference is who is filing that. What Aiden said was Athmo copyrights her own stuff, which is not strictly the case. That's what I was clarifying.
Yeah, but she still gave permission for it.
Yeah.
Well, at one point she signed up for Maker Studios, so she doesn't always have the best judgment when it comes down to that.
Fair.
Yeah. There's some old Athmo videos that I still see where in the description still says, want to become a YouTuber? Want to consider being partnered with Maker? They helped me get to where I am today.
Oh, no.
Ironically enough, of course, Apple's exploded since leaving Maker, but obviously, they didn't know that time. So
yeah, to be fair, you could have ended that sentence at, hey, sometimes creators just don't have the best judgment.
Yeah.
End.
Well, okay, also.
We love poor judgment. It's great.
Yeah. Speaking of Athmo stuff, by the way, the Athmo has parodied a lot of some of Rankin Bass stuff, and ironically enough, I watch the Athmo parodies of Rankin Bass. Yeah, every year more than I watch the actual Rankin Bass content.
I haven't watched it. Although I will say, if the copyright
I checked one because of Athmo.
Here's the thing: if the copyright for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is pretty up in the air, and we could get away with watching it on stream,
dude, Rudolph and the Butterverse would go crazy though.
I mean, I was thinking more for like a Butterbunch stream or something.
But imagine in a Mutant Girl episode, in the next Christmas Mutant Girl episode, it's a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Mutant Girl crossover. That would go so hard.
I would love to one day do something in stop motion, though. Stop motion Fallen Angel episode.
I mean, no one's stopping you.
Sure. See you in 5 years when it's complete.
Yeah.
No, much longer if you don't have a team.
Yeah,
infinitely longer.
It's just very bad.
It depends. Aiden is known for being fast and efficient when it comes to video production. So,
not for stop motion.
Yes,
here's the thing: if you're doing it,
known for that.
If you are doing it with Legos, then you can get it done in a few less years. If you're doing it in the Rankin Bass style, then see you in a couple decades. or hire a team.
Reindeer
I don't think you have money
guys.
for.
Reindeer Mutant is dropping this Christmas.
A new mutant has a massive red nose, their mutation.
Oh.
Well, I will say I have considered at some point having like a mutant character that has like antlers of some kind, whether it's deer or reindeer or whatever. Then yes, but red nose specifically, not particularly. But there you go. Also, for the record, Rankin Bass don't own Rudolph the character, as in like the concept, because that was from the song already.
Which honestly,
Anyway.
it might have existed before the song too. There's always the argument that like he might have existed before then. I don't know the history of Rudolph, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was just a piece of folklore that just kind of got like dissolved.
That would also make sense, yeah. Yeah, same way Santa Claus, of course, existed long before as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Santa works for a while because it was based on I wanna
Saint
say-
Nicholas.
Yes, and also one other figure that I don't remember, but mostly Saint Nick.
Mm.
Which I've always wanted to visit the grave of, by the way. I've always wanted to visit the grave of Saint Nick.
Isn't that like in Europe or something?
Yeah, but it's still cool to be like, hey, I'm seeing the real Santa Claus and where his body lays.
Hey kids, we're coming to see Santa.
Hey kid, you want to go sit on his lap?
God, BB, you should if you're at his grave, you should recreate that photo with the Oliver Queen flash photo.
I'm gonna need you to send that image. I don't know what you're talking
Well,
about.
you know, like crap, I forget what Barry Allen's actor is from the Arrowverse. Where it's like kind of posing over the grave. That's kind of became a meme
Grant,
image.
something Grant.
Yeah, Grant Gustin or whatever, like posing over.
I
like,
love
Oliver's
this.
grave.
There was a grave.
Yeah,
A dead
kidding
person
me,
was buried somewhere.
Yeah, Saint Nick is a real person. Like that's not entirely fake. Like there was
I
a
guess
real
in-
dude.
I guess in all fairness, no one knows where Mozart's buried because he was buried with like a bunch of other people at the same time because he died.
Oh
in
no,
poverty.
but see, Kato was going, wait, yeah. No, Saint Nick, a very real person. He was a real saint.
How did you
that
not know
would-
this?
That would give to the poor. That was like his whole thing. And everyone loved him. He would give like toys.
I think he like
and-
filled up like people's shoes with gifts outside of doors or something.
Well, yeah, he would give like food and the occasional toy. Yeah. So in particular, I think it was poor people in general, but I think he favored children, which is what kind of got passed down. Then eventually died, but his fame evolved into Santa Claus,
Yeah.
which is why you have Santa because it's saint.
Christmas. Yeah, although I want to get off. I guess it depends on what specific language they're driving that from. Because if it came from Spanish, then they're doing it wrong. Because that's how you would say female saint, but probably not. I imagine it's Latin.
Yeah, I think it's Latin.
Yeah.
This is the meme I was talking to. I'll put in the Bar Bunch group chat, and you'll kind of see what I was talking about. That this is the meme that it was on.
Never learned that in history. I mean, fair. Sometimes in my elementary school, we would talk about the history of Christmas around Christmas time, like because we didn't have fixed subjects yet. You know, it was that particular age, so that's when I kind of learned about this stuff.
Curious. So, okay, so he is of Greek descent. They lived in Anatolia, which was Rome, which he also seemed, but he was, which is modern day Turkey, by the way, but he was also, sorry, no, wait, oh god, there's three places.
Modern day Turkey, is that why we have turkey at Christmas in the UK?
Maybe.
We don't have Thanksgiving, so that's when we have our turkey.
Maybe there's three
Well,
things. So he's of Greek.
I don't.
He's of Greek descent. It seems like he lived in Anatolia during the time of Roman Empire. I don't know if that's in Rome or not, but that's modern day Turkey. But he was born in Patara in the Roman Empire. So I guess he traveled.
Yeah. What I expect. Hey, teachers, kids will go about Santa Claus and where his grave is. Well, aside from the grave part, that's what happened with me. They didn't mention the grave. We just kind of assumed that part. Oh my goodness. There's something else I was going to say. Am I talking about Carson? No. I do get that reference. Don't worry. It hasn't been that long since I've read Misfits. But I think I picked it up again recently somewhere. It's in one of these. It's somewhere. It's tiny, so it does like hide in some places. Anyway.
Okay, I see. Okay. He was born and raised in Patara, but he moved to Anatolia, which was a place in Patara. He was born in Lycia et Pamphylia. I'm obviously mispronouncing that. That's Latin, but
Yeah. I know that Shakespeare's a known as grave cursing anyone who steal his bones. It's an old Shakespeare.
I did hear that. Yeah.
I hadn't actually. That was a fun one.
Yep.
Would have been. I plan to make a pop group called Animal Pops or something. Another great idea. Sometimes please do an editor stream. Misfits 2 depends on it. Misfits 2 depends on editor streams.
I mean,
all right.
Redditor streams tend to be associated with video, but sure.
No, I think it's because we talk about stuff on there, so maybe it's maybe Kiddo was planning to promote the book next time.
Okay, I have seen this, Aiden. Okay, I just didn't put two. I have seen this meme.
Yeah.
It's the one where he's at the grave and he does like this symbol while on it. That was a big like meme for a while.
I know the origin of that gesture, by the way. It's because apparently during a certain war, they would cut off like the fingers of archers, so they would show that they still had the 2 fingers in order to they were still fighting. Anyway, the season finale, Secrets of the Plex depends on it. Honestly, Weather Pops depends on it. Because with all the stuff that's been going on this week, I've not had a chance to edit anything Weather Pops apart from scene 1. So yeah. Weather Pops depends on editing streams and also the extra that you sent me, which thank you for.
I mean, I joined an editing stream, I mean, I have movie part 3 to edit anyways, which
okay, maybe we'll do one of those on Saturday, because Friday I promised a certain review, so yeah, we'll schedule that one in. For now, we got stuff to watch.
We're going down!
There's even been a minute yet of video.
This is so
Yay.
This is why we get complaints in the comments.
Well,
Captain's log.
This
Hey, that's
for
okay.
experience.
I saw a hate comment. I'm not gonna say the title, the name, obviously, but I deleted it. But this is one of the few, because I've seen a few, but not a ton end up being about me. This one was about me, but I really liked the contradiction in it because it was during the Christmas story, Christmas Carol stream that we did.
Oh. Yeah, Vita's alive. Yeah.
Yeah, and someone goes, and they're obviously referring to me. They didn't say my name, but they're like, never give Zoomers a book. That was their starting, and it was something along the lines of like they'll act like they know everything, and that they'll keep talking about how it's not accurate to the source material. But what I love is how it's like, hey, don't give someone a book, because then they can say that the book it's like, then you do know what you're talking about then, because otherwise you wouldn't have to remove them from the book.
Well, no, the complaint seems to be the comparison to the source material, that you weren't able to, in their eyes, accept the adaptation for what it was. You were constantly comparing it. That's what they were talking about. That's not a contradiction. It's a complaint, but it doesn't contradict anything.
At 2100 hours, our ship crashed into this alien planet. Our initial scouting missions have proved...
On 2100 hours, but stardate 30XX. I haven't forgotten that. I know it's been like 50 minutes, but I still remember what they said.
Disastrous.
50 seconds ago.
A group of the hostile natives, one of my crewmen returned to the ship screaming like a lunatic. Kept going on about a...
Oh no, I hope that I'm guessing maybe Bug's body is going to show up here.
A xenomorph that had planted an egg in his chest.
Of course, yeah.
Wow.
Kane seemed fine.
Sure, that's
By the way, the way to destroy a Mega Girl unit, remember, is to submerge them in lava. So I'm expecting a Terminator 2 reference at some point.
Until
I'll be back.
After about 7 time cycles. Splurt. Something burst from his chest. Something like a
Xenomorph.
I'm sending a full report back to the Galactic League along with this distress signal.
Oh.
Dead gods save us all.
Dead god.
How long has God been dead? That's the thing. They made that joke constantly that they've at some point God died and probably they killed him. But I wonder how long it's been.
Hold the video phone. The Galactic League was receiving transmissions from this planet all along. I thought it was completely uncharted.
Captain's log. Grandma's gravy! Barricade that door! Damn it! I don't know how much time I have. Upon receiving our response from the Galactic League, we attempted to capture one of the alien bugs for shipment back to the planet Earth, but we ran into something else out there. I didn't get a good look at it, but it turned my entire squad into jelly in a matter of
Has this
seconds.
actor been in the show up to this point, or is this a new actor?
I think they've been on the.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Chats, we need your Star Kid expertise.
Because I do wonder if they just got in our random actor, just be like, hey, random actor, play this one-off role for dead person. Or if they actually got one of the minor characters to be like, hey, minor character, you play this other minor character who died.
I hope we get to see Dead God at some point during this.
There we go. There we go. That's why we don't recognize him, because I blocked it from my mind. Anyway, AJ Holmes has been on the keyboard. Okay, all right then. In a Harry Potter musical.
Rangers! Heroes! I've never seen anything like this before. The hunters have become the hunted, and it's wabbit season. For dead
Wabbit
sake, stay away from this planet!
Okay, then I've seen him, but they haven't. All right.
Oh, they're monsters! Bugs! Slanging aliens! Ah!
What? Oh.
That's
Whoa.
a very familiar claw.
Oh.
That's some pretty good
That was
shadow
a good
work.
video. Until the end, when it got sad.
Bug,
It was always sad.
something doesn't add up here. Or maybe it does. But the number it adds up to is a double cross. Think about it. Why would the Galactic League send us to this planet if they knew about the bugs already?
When did February suddenly get smart? Was he landed for a second time on this place?
Don't say that.
Oh.
She's gonna become stupid here in a second.
We stand a smart woman though.
I think I just had a think. What if
Okay, there it is.
the Galactic League sent us to this planet and
kill us.
sent me on the scouting mission because they wanted me to get captured?
Why would they want to do that?
I don't know, but it all makes sense. That's why when Junior interviewed me for this mission, he was asking me all those creeper questions like, are you often followed by illegal aliens? And how
What?
big is your esophagus?
What?
Surely the aliens would be legal on the planet that they're from, right? If anything, she'd be the illegal alien.
Yeah.
That's a conservative joke.
I thought he was hitting on me.
It
But
sounds like he just want to kill you.
there are plenty of guys that would like to know that I don't really have a gag reflex.
No gag
Whoa.
reflex. That means it'd be really easy to plant an egg in your chest.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Bug. That's it!
What?
Yeah! Junior wanted me to
Dude,
get
if he
fed
did not-
so he could keep
That.
Yeah, if he did say that at that point, if he hadn't had that slip, you know, sometimes things just fall together. Yeah.
baby
No, I mean, like, if he
alien
didn't just go do this, dude, she went.
That's true, yeah, he might not even know what that gesture was.
in here! Yeah! Then I could sneak it past planetary
He's excited about it, though.
customs and back to Earth!
He was confused the
He
first
probably
time, but now he likes it.
thought I was too stupid to figure it out.
Oh,
I mean,
we all
you
did.
kind of
We all thought that.
You kind of
Well-
were too stupid. You kind of had to have a little bit of assist, okay?
So it says here on the application, your IQ is of 47.
It's actually a negative number. Negative
No,
10.
no. You see, you missed the decimal point there.
Now. Come on, Bug, we gotta head back to the Starship and warn the other Rangers. Who knows what diabolical deeds Junior is up to, even now?
Oh yeah, if people don't remember, Junior was in a bit of trouble from the last part of this act.
Oh.
Help me. I'm in a weird situation. What? Who's there? Oh my god,
Oh,
giant
God,
mosquito!
this girl.
Oh, he didn't say dead god that time.
Oh, another one! Alright.
Yeah, you've already been attacked by them before, remember? That's why you're here.
Alright, Bug
He
World, is
blocked
this
it
the
out.
best
He
you
blocked it out, the trauma.
Ah, yes, like MAMD, yeah.
got? Then bring it on!
Understandable.
Don't bring it on.
Like I said, a very familiar claw.
Oh god! It's a monster! Wait,
What's on my head?
No, it's an alien, remember? It's like Grandpa Max said.
I didn't
There's a
play
difference.
racquetball. It's in my brain.
Just a little something that will allow us to communicate. It's a tradition I have with all my victims, really. I like to pick their brains before I eat it.
I like to villain monologue, you see. Let me tell you my diabolical plan, Perry the Platypus, before I put it into action.
God, I
you
want
know
this
opportunity
crowd
to
to
do
start
this movie,
singing "Shiny" like a something Moana reference.
Yeah, no, I was thinking, for some reason I went like a melody in my
I
head.
feel
and
like that. What
that
I
was a
just heard
different
is
song.
brain
That was a
rot.
different song that was in my head. Nothing to do with that.
Honestly, that's one of the most
Shiny is like a
memorable.
melody
That's one of
in
the
my
most
head.
memorable songs from Moana. That and
It's so memorable, in fact, that you just started making up random noises during it. Actually.
Listen, okay, I remember the melody. I remember some of the lyrics. I'm not good at repeating.
Yeah, but you didn't go on the melody though, because I also remember the melody and you didn't do it. In fact, I don't even think you said "shiny" in the right melody.
No, it was.
That was the one word
that
you
was,
said.
That was the middle of the song. I was thinking more of the middle.
Yeah, but you still didn't have the right melody.
Sing the beginning of Moana! Make way, we
Aiden,
Brain,
you
I'm
would
not good
survive
at.
that.
I'm not good. Listen, maybe I would survive, Brian. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I would throw on purpose. You don't know. You don't know my intentions.
I don't think your intentions matter. You would survive whether you want to or not.
How it depends on how I feel.
Does it?
Plausible deniability. Okay.
I don't think that's what that means.
Someone.
Akuma
that's
Matata. What a
That's because I remember
wonderful
in guided like musicals, all the way back to the beginning.
Wait! Hasn't anyone ever told you that human brains are disgusting taste-wise? Yes, and they give.
Are they?
Well, I mean, he's eaten human brains before, so I imagine he doesn't need someone to tell him.
Yeah.
That's very kind, but unfortunately for you, my boy, human brain is one of my favorite delicacies.
You know, eat my brain and you're gay. There. If he's insecure enough, he won't do it.
Oh no! I must bring out my ultimate weapon. I invoke the no homo clause.
Oh my god!
Aiden, you're not going to survive this play, though. You'll die
Not where I was
this
going
one.
with that, but okay.
It's before. Wait, the other Starship. You're the monster from all those distress calls.
Oh, yes. Humans would always plead with me before we got started. They'd offer me knowledge and weapons and free rides in space. But none of them ever
You do look like Wan-Chi tongues. That would have worked.
realized I'm an arachnid of simple taste. I just like
Okay,
eating
but
bread.
question: do you want my firstborn son, though? It's like,
Yes. Here's a trade. In favor of my life, I offer you the pregnancy. Yeah, that's gonna work.
joke's on you. I'm
almost 20
probably not gonna have a biological son. Probably not. Ha.
Okay, then you have nothing to offer then.
Yes,
No,
I've had
you don't
nothing
know
but
that.
memories to
I
quell
may
my
have one.
hunger.
I don't know, mate. You don't know. Listen, I like. to
Okay.
play games.
But finally, I dine again.
Well, wait!
So
My
brain
son
apparently tastes like fish from what
Check
I'm
out to look
seeing.
this up. Okay, all right then.
Yeah,
Oh.
so it took a few ways to
Did
search
you-
it,
did
They-
we-
but
did we
and
eat
there's
it?
slightly different results, but it seems to always be fish adjacent.
Oh.
So there's like fried fish, there's tofu. Then there's one that says like scrambled eggs, but that's very different than the
Who's
rest. So I
been
don't.
eating brains to test this?
There are some like actual cannibals in real life, so
I mean,
well, interviews. Yeah.
I'm
my
sure.
brain when I get.
I'm sure someone
to be
sold someone.
fair, cannibalism also messes with your brain because the way your body works and like your body kind of rejects the cannibalism meat.
I don't
Well, not
know
to the
it.
point of
Punishes
not to the point of
you.
not consuming it.
punishes
Clearly,
you,
200
so you
on my
know.
I don't think it does because we taste the same as every other animal.
I think it's certain meat.
apparently, certain concrete animals, according to what you just found out.
Starship. It's full of colonists. Their brains can keep you.
Which, you know what, actually, if human brains taste like fish, that makes pescatarianism extra ironic. It never made sense to me as a concept, so now it's just I've got even more ammo.
Full for years.
It's very kind, but I've already got my friend Bog working on that for me.
I don't know who your bug friend is, but I don't think he's gonna get all those humans down to this planet.
Not bug friend, friend bug. Listen to the wording.
That's why I'm fortunate that my friend Bog isn't a bug. He's a human.
Bug.
Well, that's fine now.
Bug is working with you.
Well, he's returning a favor. He wasn't always human, you know. That was my handiwork.
Bug is a bug? I don't
Yeah.
believe it!
Yes, well, it's true. Now enough chit-chat. If I don't eat you soon, I'll be too full for when
finally
Bug brings
did
the rest of the humans that landed here as my main course.
Don't you want to savor
Bug
your
isn't bringing you
meals?
any
Don't you
humans.
want to like
Oh,
capture humans and force them to breed or whatever, so you get infinite meat food?
Breed.
Breed.
Oh,
You know,
my
that's
goodness.
kind of what Barbara's doing right now to that person.
Well, didn't we have a talk about that behind the scenes? That was not what was happening.
There's no pregnancy, but you know, it could lead to breeding.
But
Well,
also,
again,
yes,
the
Fester,
talk
Fester is also
mentioned.
right.
Breeding.
Brains and I think liver are two of the only body parts that I can think of that are like actually just bad to eat.
Fair enough. I know a lot of people eat placenta. Also, apparently-
Ew!
yeah.
Don't eat that.
Pincer-
Actually,
Placenta
placenta
is
is good for you. Placenta provides
Gross.
protein.
That doesn't
That's
make
why
it,
they eat it. That's what
that
I
doesn't
was
make
saying.
it not gross.
Anyway, so someone agrees with Aiden here. Pincer is a wood just for the voice alone. Well, I mean, doesn't that mean by extension like most Dylan Saunders characters? But okay.
I think pincer would be fun for those into BDSM.
Depends if Pincer himself is willing to indulge. I guess he does torture them beforehand. So yeah, maybe
He likes
for a
hearing
one night
scream.
stand, of course, because you die afterwards. But you know, ultimately,
Sure.
Yes, that was our deal.
Well, I'm sorry to have to be the one to break this to you, but Bug isn't delivering those humans to you. Quite the opposite, actually. He rescued them and brought them up to the Starship, well out of your reach.
What? He told me he was bringing them back here for dinner.
Well, I mean, there's one here, so you know.
I don't think he quite understood my full meaning, but shit!
You know, maybe you should clarify more with him. Like you should.
No,
be
if he
more-
clarified, he wouldn't have gone on with it because he knows that Bug loves humans.
Hey, I'm with you, man. I mean, friends don't break promises. It's pretty rude, actually. I mean, he's treating you like you're some kind of a dumbass.
A dumbass.
I am not a dumbass.
I am
He's a
not.
dumbass. He didn't even know I was evil.
You know, I feel like he barely knows you at all.
So furious at that little pissant Bug. Because of him, I'll be eating tasteless insect sludge forever.
Well, you would be
Like that.
regardless. You'd be
And you know,
eating
that's
that
not
Again,
fair.
okay,
I mean,
okay. He's called himself an arachnid, or he called himself an insect at one point. He's a fucking crab, isn't he? That's a crustacean.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's a crab lobster thing potentially.
a
Yeah.
Bug of your stature, you ought to be munching on brain stems at every.
Oh,
what?
hold on, he can free his hand.
He freed
Wait
his
a
hand.
second, what?
He's
Yeah,
probably
we oughta
been
have a-
stalling. He's probably been slowly escaping this whole time.
Swimming pool full of brains.
Too much to ask.
Not at all, my friend. I mean, if you ask me, you ought to be in charge of this planet.
That is what I've always said. But the Overqueen just wanted to eat me so she could make more eggs.
He's a scorpion. He doesn't look at all like a scorpion.
I can kind of see it because we can't see the legs because of the puppeteers. So I
But
get
what about
I
the
get where
tail?
they're
The
coming
tail
from.
would have been like a pretty easy thing to show off, you know.
I probably would quite like an extra puppeteer on top of the other existing ones.
Yeah, to be fair, because if you don't have the extra, because the trouble with legs, especially that minis, because it would slide across the ground. It would like dangle.
My effing legs, Junior. But yeah. Oh, he has a scorpion tail. Okay, there we go.
Does he?
We'll get a full frame in a second.
It's like a bitch.
Oh, she is!
There we
I guess-
go.
I
So
guess
it's
it's
pointing upwards. It's out of frame, so it was difficult to discern. But yes, they had to get rid of the legs because they didn't fit through doors and stuff. Yeah, that again, that also makes sense. Can see that.
Always despised the Overqueen and her hive.
Either way, BB is right. Crustacean would be the case then.
The only thing that's brought me true joy is eating the brains of weakling humans. But now Bug has taken that away from me forever.
Again, human, right there.
Hey, I have an idea. No, it probably wouldn't work.
What is it?
Oh my god,
no,
the manipulator became the manipulated.
Yep.
Stupid. If I tell you, you'll think that I'm stupid. Then I'll be embarrassed.
You don't have to be embarrassed in front of me. We're friends.
Are we? You're about to
Okay.
eat me, but okay.
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly.
Friends don't eat friends. Fish are
With a
fruit, not
rest guard.
friends.
Yeah, the fascinating thing about Junior, the character, is the fact that he can at some points be so pathetic, but then you eventually realize, oh yeah, he's actually very competent and evil and intimidating when he wants to be. Not all at the same time, not in the like in this case.
He
but,
needs to get
yeah,
a
it happens.
foothold. He needs
What
to
if I
find an
told you
angle to.
He's
to
not
use.
Doofenshmirtz, where he's like.
I don't think he does need to find an angle. He's doing pretty well, playing the
Yeah,
the
he
different
found his
parts.
angle. He found his angle.
His angle is no angle. Okay, fair enough.
His angle is using
could
what he
get
wants
you
most to get what he wants.
That's
All
not
the brains you could ever
That's not what I was getting at.
breed. And help you get revenge on Bug.
I'd ask you what you want in return, and I hope it's not another human body.
I just realized he has the brain scam or whatever on like Pincer. He has the thing on his head as well.
Yeah. Wonder about
It's on
that.
his little eyelids.
Yeah, like he gave one to Junior as well, so I imagine they would. I guess maybe he was planning on. Well, it's going to eat his brain, right? So he couldn't have transferred it if he's. I guess.
Well, no, I think. Well, no, he said it's to. I assumed that it would just make it so that way, like the human could speak and understand language. I guess what it is they both have one, so that way it's like transferring across each band.
Their
Oh, yeah.
brains are leaking.
But I still think it's goofy that it's on his eyelids.
No, I do have a few requests though. Number one, don't eat me. Number two, get me those weapons the humans offered you. And three, tell me more about this Overqueen and her eggs.
Oh.
You know, this kind of reminds me of all of a sudden, actually. Charlotte, you're breaking my heart, Charlotte. Anyway.
Think I can make that happen? My name's Pincer.
I'm Junior. Maybe you heard of me.
How?
Is his hand alright?
Okay.
Did his
No,
hand get
this
cut
is-
off?
I don't think it is because you can hear the squelching.
It sounds like it sounded like his hand got chopped off. Like
Yeah, you
Okay,
can,
this
you can
is
hear
a-
the squelch.
This is the same hand that Bug shook at the beginning of Act 2, and he already crushed his bones during that. You heard like a bone crackling sound. So
hand
yeah,
ain't
this
making
hand is
out
just
of
getting
this.
tormented worse and worse every time. You can see why. I mean, you know, he's the son of Dr. Space Claw. There's probably a reason his father got that name too.
Hey,
Just a weak-handed
Pincer,
gene pool.
what do you say you and me kick
He's
it up?
still shaking.
Let's kick it up a notch.
oh, reprise. Here we go.
That was well. I think I'm fading out.
Never mind. I thought that was like doing a reprise.
I can see why, but yeah. Yes,
Another
no.
Pincer song?
Specs.
No, the same one, a
Any luck
reprise.
finding
That's what I'm gonna say.
replacement Orphic crystal.
That task has proved problematic, sir. It seems that various systems on the ship are being overridden.
Overridden? Where the hell is Hornier? You're
Holy
supposed to
egg?
be supervising the sheep.
Everyone, there's something we need to tell you.
It's Junior. He's a dick.
What? It's true. He's been lying to
Shocking.
everyone all along. He knew about my crashed Starship. He knew everything about the bug world, and he even wanted February to get captured.
Yeah, the Galactic
And
League of
get pregnant
Extraterrestrial
with the egg.
Exploration wants to capture the bugs so they can make their own twisted abominations.
Damn that GM!
Which would have, honestly, I would think that would have just been horrible for them because they would just let loose a bunch of parasites around a laboratory they couldn't contain. But you know,
LEE! They're always making twisted abominations of everything!
oh, everyone's yeah. Interesting enough, there's a lot of but did we mention that Darren Criss was on Glee at the time when he wrote the songs for this? Plenty of Starkey members, I think, have gone, or like adjacent as well.
Or some of them actually are really dead.
And the meanest part about it is that he handpicked all of us because he thought we were too because you're a total pussy. He picked you because you're completely unstable. And he picked you because you're a four-eyed Poindexter dweeberama. And
Which is not really a disqualifier in any situation. That would probably
Instead
help
of being
out a lot
mean.
in on a spaceship, I
Well,
imagine.
okay,
The only
hold on,
one.
but they do have a disability though, to be fair.
Okay, sure, poor vision, but whatever.
me for my body.
Poor vision's a pretty big deal when you're the tech person.
Well, if you have glasses that compensate for that.
Yeah, but what if you don't have the glasses?
Which Specs... The character's name is literally Specs. I think they would have the glasses available.
Not my
Yeah,
mind.
but what if they don't, though, is the thing. Like, I feel like that's not
I mean,
that hard
has
to get
there
rid
been
of.
any indication that their glasses aren't the proper prescription?
No, but that's not my point.
I mean, that could be the case. There could have been a setup. You never know. Oh, my battery's running low.
No,
Time to kick it up a notch.
It is.
In your battery.
Well,
Okay,
all
here we
right,
go.
you
Yeah.
ruined it.
Wow. Wow.
To be fair, I don't remember the rhythm of that song entirely either.
I don't either.
So, Junior handpicked us all because he thinks we're handicapped, huh? Well, I think it's about time
I've just mentioned Taz. I guess Taz is exempt from this.
we show Junior.
It's time we handicap him.
Maybe
Poetic
he...
block.
Okay,
Time.
well, here's the thing. If Taz is the only competent person there, then maybe Taz will be just too busy dealing with the rest of the crew to actually be concerned about everything else.
Maybe.
Taz is a
Well, they
woman.
think that would be
Therefore,
Junior's,
is easily sacrificed. To
There were
the
two other women. Well, actually, three if you count Mega Girl.
how handy we can be.
Of course, Mega Girl's a woman. She's the biggest woman, the best woman.
Well, I just
in
mean
the
it in
world.
terms of. I mean in terms of like humanity, because again, depending on like how Junior classifies, humans. Anyway.
Starship. That's probably that
I
cover.
feel like there's probably larger women.
Probably, but like I meant like metaphorically, in spirit.
Sure.
I mean, as of right now, as of Act 2, yes, because of what happened with Tootsie before, who seems to be missing from this conversation. So I wonder where he is right now.
Getting it on with Mega Girl.
Prepare to take.
Well, Mega Girl got reprogrammed in order to actually harm humans, and so far she hasn't found any of them yet. So if Tootsie's not here right now, oh dear.
God, Tootsie dead. I love Tootsie though. He's my favorite.
Yes, sir.
He's so
Cool,
sweet.
Mega was a favorite.
He's
All
a
right,
dumbass.
You're under arrest,
Okay,
man.
Mega Girl's my favorite, but I also like Tootsie because I mean,
Yeah,
I
you can
crush
go
on
things.
Tootsie. I crush on him.
Oh, okay then.
I'm crushing on him. Look, okay, I love a good old Southern man. If they're not, not all of them are willing. A lot of them were willing to hate crime me.
I gotta tell you, the majority of Southern men I've met, I don't like.
Well,
It's crazy. I remember this was a big thing whenever men started to look good. So like late high school, men didn't seem to care too much before then, but around late high school they started to look halfway decent, and I was like, oh wow, you're hot. Too bad you're a Nazi.
that is a pretty good disqualifier for.
Yeah, but it just sucks because all the hottest men also happen to be just the worst.
Yeah. BB has the most logical icks of all time.
You hate marginalized groups of people and want to continue it? Ew.
I said it was logical. I said the ick was logical.
My ick is bad people. I'm not like other girls.
I'm not attracted to toxic men. I don't want them.
I can't see facial features through very well with glasses. I guess that explains why you're into voices. That makes sense.
Oh, see, that's more than I can say. I can't see much. I can't see anything at all, actually, more than a couple inches away.
Oh.
It's
Fair
all
enough.
just a indescript blob of color.
Yeah, camera's to your right, by the way.
Now
you
you're
go.
looking at us. Hey.
Yeah, there you go.
You're kind of like squinting. You're like.
Good thing this spaceship has shares an atmosphere.
You think you can outsmart me? Wanted to take your human friends away and keep them for yourself? Well, now I see that you're a very greedy little insect. Such a shame, though. We really do have so much in common.
No, Pincer, I never meant to do that. What?
Guess he took the communicator off, so he can't talk to Junior anymore. I guess he doesn't need to.
You just put her down and we can all be friends, huh?
I was gonna say, I thought it was like, oh wait, is Mega in disguise? Wait, no, puppeteer, never mind.
I told you I was coming back here for dinner. Now that you're in that party, I think I'll have you too.
Have them for dinner, have me too.
I mean, I guess, you know,
It's
I mean,
clocking. He's clocking.
we've talked
it
about,
finally.
that Gordon Ramsay would not approve of combining frozen and fresh food, you know? Anyway.
Oh, Pincer! You are the giant scorpion from those videos. You ate the survivors of the first Starship.
Yes!
You're evil.
No duh.
What are all them googly?
I would not have expected him to have survived that long either. I don't. Actually, you know what? BB, next Google search for you. What's the lifespan of a scorpion?
These feel like one that probably
these are
lived
like
for quite a
alien
while.
bugs, though. as
Lifespan
well.
of
They're like so we're no, so
scorpion.
their lifespans are probably like a lot longer than.
I think they've made a joke about how short their lifespan actually is as well.
3 to 5.
Honestly, maybe that's why, because I guess Bug has been dreaming all his life about this, but all his life has not been that long. So yeah.
Noise is coming out of your mouth. You
So
starting with this thing?
it appears to depend, but I'm gonna say 3 because a lot of because you have like the 3 to 5, 3 to 5, 3 to 5, but then you also
I feel like I'm in that one iCarly episode where the guy's like, "What? How long till the elevator gets fixed? 3 or 4."
Yeah, well,
3 or
it
4
seems,
what? Days, months, years?
well, the thing
I don't know,
is,
it could be 5.
it seems like the majority of these are like 3 to 5. Then you have one that's like, oh, it depends. I've heard the Hadurus species lives over 25, but most are 5 to 8. So it depends, but it looks like at least 3.
Well, I mean, the thing about this character is it sounds like he has a lot more of a history than 3 to 5
To
years.
be fair, when you are living on a planet with things that live for about like a week, yeah, everything's kind of a long history once you live for like 3 years.
Yeah, it's all it's all relative. Yeah, you think about the Lion King. Simba was about 3 years old when he dethroned his uncle. So you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
What's going on, Bob?
I'm trying to say February. You put February down right now.
February, that's right! You mentioned her before. You said she was the one human that trusted you. Well, it seems that while I've been lying to you, you've been lying to her. Let's see how much these humans trust you when they know the truth.
Puck, what's going
Shouldn't have taken the communicator off.
on?
Don't worry, February. We're negotiating his surrender.
What? I don't think negotiations are going well.
No, probably not. Yeah. I went through high school half blind before I need glasses. What was the giveaway? Is my question now.
Oh man, everything's so blurry. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I remember. So a lot of times teachers will see you squinting a lot and be like, So for me, I
meant like on a personal level.
Oh.
You know, like.
I never had a giveaway for myself. What ended up happening was I was fine, perfectly fine for my eyes for a while, minus the color blindness. And then around sometime in middle school, I had it worsened to like nearsighted. I was like, well, all right, whatever. I got glasses, and a couple years later, the teacher asked me like, "Oh, hey, you're squinting. Like, can you see?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think so." I think because it's too gradual to notice, and so. Yeah. And so one day she called up the nurse or whatever without me knowing. He was like, "Hey, can you like check on her?" And so I went, and then I did.
And then said, "BB, this is the nurse. Where's the nurse? Right there. Huh?
No,
nurse?
I had glasses, so I was able to see most of it, but not as much as I should have been. And
okay.
And so they did the eye check, and they're like, "Oh, this doesn't look great. I would suggest going to an ophthalmologist. I'm going to write you this thing for your parents or whatever." And I'm like, "Okay." And so a few weeks later, I went and we checked on it, and they're like, "So you're legally blind now," which is crazy because the last time we checked, you were fine, which means you somehow went from like 0, well, really about like 10 to 100 in like a year. And they're like, "This is bad. This is really bad." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." That's the story.
Okay, seriously. Okay then.
Yeah, no, it was a thing where it's like, hey, if this keeps continuing, you're probably looking at a surgery in a few years to fix those.
Do you need to get surgery, or do you?
As far as I'm aware, no.
Hey,
Yeah. Well, laser eye surgery is like one of the most common surgeries in the world. So
yeah,
I mean,
but it's not super.
You could just ask to do that as well at this point if you wanted to.
I mean, my dad got laser eye surgery. I mean, I just couldn't imagine doing it, even if I needed glasses at any point in my life, just because I get scared of lasers. I would get terrified. I'm like, no, especially if I have to be awake during it. It's like, I don't know.
That's a good point. I'm not sure what the actual. I'm not sure what the procedure is like. I like to imagine. Yeah, I think from what my aunt told me like years and years ago is that it is somewhat painful, but it's not like unbearable because otherwise they wouldn't do it that way.
Well, I don't know. We've had some pretty painful surgeries over the years that we kept doing.
Okay. Well, this I don't believe is one of them because my aunt isn't traumatized.
It's fair. I'm just saying, across human history, we've had some pretty painful surgeries.
Yeah. Oh, which by the way, I will say this. I said that before that I got some like my students to write songs. One of them wrote a parody of "Shake It Off" about lobotomies.
Whoa, what the fuck?
What? Why lobotomies? Oh God.
I don't know, but it was one of the better written ones in the class.
What the fuck?
What were they looking at, like the history of mental health and surgery related to? It's like, oh,
I don't know, but I don't know, but getting people to do interactive stuff and not censoring their creativity yields some interesting results sometimes.
Sure, yeah. Have you? I don't know if I've ever told this story. Have you guys? So. I saw this video recently. It was like, oh, how free will isn't real or whatever. And that's a clickbait title, of course. But it was really about a surgery that they still do to this day, actually, because it's actually pretty harmless. Where if like your epilepsy is bad enough, they will like, because there's a thing that connects our brains, right? Down near the bottom or whatever. It's like some sort of like wiring, like physical wiring that you can just snip and you're fine. And they
take the lobotomy to fix that.
No, it's not a It's not a lobotomy. That's taking off way more. It's literally just one snip to a few cords. Because what's happening for epilepsy a lot of times is things are just crossing paths too often, and that's what's actually happening in the brain. Well, in this instance,
as well, it's like a brain they cut off.
But in this case, it's fascinating because what they realize is that you operate, but not as like a singular entity anymore once that happens. Once those two main halves of the brain are like separated, they try to operate the day as their own things, which is weird. Like a lot of cases, they would be talking to someone and then their other hand, without their conscious realization, would be drawing some elaborate picture or whatever.
I think I've heard of this actually.
Yeah. And there was like one
in a FNAF theory from game theory, but I heard of it.
No, I do know which one you're talking about. It's a different one. Theirs is a bit of a bigger deal. The one you're thinking of is the one where like you can't feel fear anymore because they get rid of the part of the brain where you have that. This doesn't get rid of any of that. It's totally like, but one of the biggest side effects is like, for instance, like the hand of the more conscious side, the ones that's able to communicate and speak things out normally, is doing stuff. But then your other hand, a lot of times, like there was one story where the other hand would do stuff and they had to like sit on the hand because they couldn't get it to stop. And it's just.
Oh wait, no. I'm thinking of Undertale. That's why, because they talked. There was a theory about sands and papyrus representing the different halves of the human brain.
Oh,
yeah,
maybe, yeah. But yeah, it's interesting because we're always like, oh, logic and reasoning or whatever, and then you have the other side. But it's a lot more complex about that, and I think it's fascinating because we don't really know why that is. But it's so curious that your body, like one bit of the brain is doing stuff while the other is. It's almost like, I feel like there's a good like philosophical debate there where it's like, because everyone's like, oh, free will or not free will. What if it's like both? What if it's like a situation of, hey, we have like one end that is like this predetermined fate and the other is completely free. And that is really what life is, a mixture of both of those constantly informing all of reality.
Kind of like that, actually. That feels like a fallen angels debate, honestly. Let's remember that.
Their language, but I've eaten enough humans to know a thing or two. I can taste the...
Okay, that's what I'm going to question the science of eating brains in order to learn a language.
I don't know if that one's quite.
As a language assistant myself, I don't know if I can approve of this particular method.
Let's
Well,
see.
it's like eating someone's brain to get smarter. That's not really how that works.
I wonder. Do you
From here! Now tell them the truth!
I'm a bug who
know
got
what? This is,
transferred into a human body, and I was supposed.
This could be
bring
a
you
bluff
to
from
this
Pincer, by the way,
bug.
because he hasn't said a word to them in human, so actually maybe he's getting Bug to say it because he thinks that. But because Bug thinks he has no choice because otherwise Pincer will do it.
Oh, yeah.
So he's got to do the right thing, so it could be a bluff. But yeah, he could sing now, Aiden. Could be a good time.
Everybody.
Also, I wonder if
Bottom Swifty is genius, yeah.
Swifty's crazy. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh, not to hell with it. Continue the video. I'll remember here in a bit.
Okay. He said he can sense emotions, not fluent language. Yeah, well, good enough to exposing a lie by sensing it and not being able to communicate what you sense to people.
February. I'm not who I say I am.
Oh, I do remember.
Yeah.
I don't know if the movie was out yet or not, but I think it's part of the Star Trek series, I think, but it's what was it? It's like Space Journey or something, Galaxy Journey, something like that. And it's one scene in it because the whole thing is like you have these actors or whatever that are actors for like the in-universe Star Trek films or whatever, and one day the real life Star Trek people come down and they're like, we need your help because they've seen the movies, and they're like, we need your help with this stuff, and they're like, okay, I guess, thinking it was like just a job at first, and then they go in.
I do remember I think it was a Nostalgia Critic video about this actually. I forgot what the name of the movie was.
But one of the things is like the aliens that come down to try and get their help don't understand things like lies or anything, so they also don't comprehend acting, and so their biggest villain, they know lies, and the biggest thing was like the villain comes down and tells the actors like, hey, before I kill this guy, I want you to tell him like what you really are, and they have to like dumb it down, and that's like a big thing. That's kind of what this reminds me of. Because for the entire movie, they're like pretending to actually be these people, because otherwise, Galaxy Quest, yes.
There we go.
He helped me switch bodies so that I could get to know all of you.
What?
February. I'm not a Starship Ranger.
I'm a bug.
I'm not even a human.
Well, you are now.
I'm a bug.
Bug with
The
a
disgust.
bug?
I love the facial reaction. I mean, great acting, by the way, but also the look on her face is like a mix of betrayal, but also just genuine disgust of like, ew,
Like,
it's a bug.
Well, yeah, she remember she hates all bugs. Or she'll classify them, yeah.
I owe you a debt of gratitude for making them weep so. I like my meat nice and tender. Prepare to say goodbye to your little
Again. Okay, this
Frying makes meats more tender. Nice to know.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. There's a reason why pigs and stuff are treated so damn well in their farms a lot of the time, because most meat actually tastes better if you're happier. Your body physically has effects with poor mental health, human and other animal. That's why humans have a higher mortality rate if you have untreated depression and such, and that's why a lot of animals have to be treated really well before being slaughtered.
Like higher mortality and depression kind of go hand in hand, but yeah.
But not through like your own means. Like the body itself slowly shuts down.
Okay.
But for animals that aren't human, of course, they're like, that's why a lot of them are treated pretty well, is because their meat tastes better the happier they are. So they'll get like this really great like situation before they get slaughtered, so that way they die nice and pleased.
Yeah, I learned about that in GCSE science actually, which means that Emily's probably revising that right now. But yeah, maybe that's why human brains taste so different from like scrambled eggs to fish or whatever.
We have too much to worry about.
If it's tied to mental health particularly, you know, the brain is going to have to be the thing that tastes the most different.
That's fair, yeah. We have too much that we comprehend too much of this world, and it's not good.
Mm-hmm. And we have a natural inclination to keep trying to learn more.
Core set to overload. Complete meltdown imminent. Pray to your dead god. Puny humans, your fiery deaths are inevitable.
It's Rainbow Girl, Mega Girl.
Yeah. Which honestly, perfect timing considering you got everyone in one place. Oh, that's why Tootsie's not around.
Run! I've got him pinned down like a piece of Arturian poontang!
I thought you died.
What? No, he didn't die. What? He was.
I thought he got stabbed by the mosquitoes.
Well, that doesn't equal death.
Junior. Well, okay, it probably should.
But the mosquitoes were literally crowding him.
We've seen that it didn't because Junior also got stabbed by 2 mosquitoes and he was fine.
You're right, and I called foul whenever it happened the first time too.
You're getting stabbed in the chest by a giant mosquito. I don't understand how you can survive that, or at least walk away from that like relatively unharmed. Like
I feel like if Pincer stabbed somebody, then that would be instant death. But we'll see.
We heard the squishing noises whenever the hand got crushed early. His hand should not be there. I heard the squelch.
Again, Bug broke his bones in the previous one, and he seemed to recover from that.
You and your whole effing race, man!
Oh, yes, that's very nice.
Now he's dead. There we go.
Let's go.
That's pretty cool cinematography.
He had one of the least personalities in the crew, so he missing the least, but okay.
I will say that's like a genuinely slick transition.
It's too stupid, huh? Too stupid to figure out you're a bug.
But you didn't figure it out.
You were.
I told you twice.
Don't talk to me, Bug. I've had enough of your lies.
I literally. It's like wait.
Okay, Commander Up is betraying him now because he beforehand he coached him like, oh no, she'll love you no matter what, and now he's like, oh, they're there.
Let it out.
That's what they say.
Oh no, I never meant for anyone to get hurt. Up, you gotta believe me.
I don't know what means anything anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Muertos! He can't be...
Okay, Day of the Dead, just as said as a random expression, sure.
Trust him, and neither can you. Specs, go find Tootsie, reverse the call.
Does she actually know Spanish, or is she just saying random Spanish words?
You know,
well, her last name is Lopez, so I'm gonna guess that maybe there's a strong possibility.
They're coming!
Damn it! Give me this. Do you know how to use one of these?
I think so. I've used a blow dryer before.
What?
Okay.
That's not a blow dryer. That's a gun. They're different. No.
A gun, you say?
So you put it on your hair.
That's a
right?
reference for the chat. The chat will get what I just did there.
You put it on your hair, right? And you like kind of like blow it, right?
Well, like... no. To be fair, the premise is still the same, right? You know.
Well, yeah, you point a blow dryer at you. You don't point it at others.
Yeah, that's
I think it's
the
because
thing.
you pull a trigger of some kind in order for the machine to work. I think that's
and you still aim at the hair, just not your hair.
Better not get that part confused because that could be bad. Shoot yourself.
Barb voice is actually a gun. I think we're thinking of different Barbs here because I'm not sure if you mean like
Barbara from
Barbara T. Builder.
Yeah. Okay. So again, for the bottom bunch here, yeah, because if anyone hasn't watched our D&D campaign that we do on KW's channel, which I did promote before this the stream, so yeah, that's the name of BB's character in that series. So okay.
Which, hey, if you guys have any fantasies about orcs,
that was what I was making.
You know, boy, do I have some surprises for you.
You know what? I want to see some fan fiction about.
We kind of both do this.
I want fan fiction.
This one's more wholesome than the other. Yeah, why? Yeah, why not? Actually,
you'll get fan fiction eventually in the actual fucking campaign. I mean,
well, okay, but I want to hear it from the fans. I want to hear it from the fans, what they think. What would be good fan fiction?
Hey,
Okay,
I'm
Spies
a,
are favorite
I'm a
part.
big
That makes
fan
more
of
sense,
him.
Yeah. Oh right, I remember because like the whole like montage of like of the different things that were disguised as guns. Okay, yes. So that took me a second. we did the first episode of book 2 yesterday, so it's fresh in our minds.
Yeah.
For
context for you guys, by the way, in case you're wondering, because I know I've been doing this for a while. I used to be able to do this like coin trick for a while, where you can where I can shuffle it across my fingers, and I used to do that pretty well, and I stopped. So I've been trying to relearn how to do it.
The blow dry is here. Now go lock yourself in your room.
Okay, got it.
Oh, so like Taz had the same idea as Aiden.
Wait,
And I can get most of it done, actually. It's transferring it back to the start that's hard.
Okay, great.
I'm going to go mislead those damn bugs and buy us some time.
Taz, that sounds awfully dangerous.
I know, Up. An old friend told me once what it's like to laugh in the face of danger. So you two idiots.
They made a Puss in Boots movie about that.
Laughing in the face of danger. Oh, yeah. They're not in your way, they're behind you.
Tails!
Oh, well, don't go after her.
Without a gun at least.
Slow it down! Slow it down!
Saying.
Oh, hey, Mega Girl!
Yeah.
Oxygen suckers.
Mega Girl, what are you doing? You shouldn't be here. It's dangerous.
Allow me to interface with this synthetic being. Greetings, humanoid, robotic, artificial intelligence.
Oh my god.
Okay, that seems like you've only just met Mega Girl. Everyone knows each other on, at least
Yeah.
everyone here.
My name is Specs. Go to
Yeah, we know.
my guild, and throughout the metaverse, I am known as the super intelligence.
The metaverse, huh?
Yeah, okay, we all thought it, but remember when this was made.
Mega Girl, what'd you do that for?
It was necessary to ensure 100% success of my primary directive to kill all humans.
Mega Girl, what about us?
There is no us. I am merely an empty vessel, a hollow parody of that which you consider alive, unable to truly feel. The closest
Oh, there's no such thing as a hollow parody where Stark is concerned.
approximation to a feeling that I possess is the synthetic rage that hums through my circuitry at my godless human creators.
Synthetic rage. Run that sentence by us again?
How could you make me so like you, and yet so unlike you?
That's not true, Mega Girl. You and me, we's the same.
That statement is so incorrect, I am unable to produce a logical response.
I need to clip that. I need to clip that, please. That is the best thing. There are so many situations where that would come in handy. That exact sentence. I need that.
Okay, I'll write down the time zone. It's like
the time zone.
1:30.
Like now.
No, I wrote it down in the Butter Bunch. 1:39 or whatever, you know.
Wait, 1:39 of. Oh, okay,
Stream.
of the.
Man,
stream,
we
okay, right.
really just haven't gone far at all, huh?
Well, okay, no, we're 60 minutes into this specific like segment that we've got here, and that's like I don't know, from between like we're nearly halfway through the what we've got left. I mean,
All that is left is for you to die.
At 1:39,
Tootsie Noodles.
1 hour and 39 minutes, and being almost halfway through is pretty butter bunch coded.
we took 48 minutes to get through the first 52 seconds. So yes, we were talking about Marvel at the time and Santa.
I changed
And human
my
brains.
name to Tootsie Mega Girl.
What?
Wait,
Mega Girl
so-
is in her last name. You changed your last name to her first name?
No, it should have been Tootsie Girl because then Mega Girl. There you go.
Yeah,
That's how
so
you.
you'll be like,
Because where I come from, Farm Planet, your first
Farm
name
Planet.
is what you do, and your second name is what you love.
Ah, I
Which is
see.
also your first name if you're the other person.
No, why is everyone going on? Did no one get what he just said? The first name is what you do.
what you
So-
do, Tootsie?
Yeah, so
Right?
yeah,
Yeah.
so I guess Tootsy's a verb now, okay. And then his last name I think was roll or something. So I guess he likes to roll, which fair. Why not?
Even though
Oh wait, no, Noodle. That was his name. Tootsie Noodle. That was it.
Oh, he loves noodles.
So I guess his last name he. Oh, I guess.
I
okay, fine, he
love
loves
noodles too.
Fine.
I love noodles too, just not the kind you're thinking of.
Okay.
That-
I in fact do like the kind that he is thinking of, and I actually had them for dinner before starting the stream because I actually started to make myself dinner before doing these because again we take forever.
That seems very
they are
smart,
robot.
Jacob. Big brains.
He could be Mega Girl later. Well, oh, okay. I was about to say like, wait, if it's what you do, but no, I get what you're saying now.
Oh,
that took me a moment. Okay.
It's gonna be so
okay.
awkward during sex. Just calling your name out like Mega Girl, Mega Girl. Calling out your
You
own
mean
name.
like what happens in normal sex?
You don't call it your own name.
No, you call out who you're.
No, if he changed his name, then he'd be calling out his own name. That would
calling
be
out his
the-
own name, Mega Girl.
Yeah,
There
but
are some
Mega
couples that share a
Girl.
name.
Yeah, but he probably
so-
does anyways. So
Unless
I'm just imagining-
unless
I'm
she
imagining
changes
it-
her name to his name and they do name swap. Tootsie.
Tootsie probably wouldn't have much of a awkwardness to it either way. I will say though, the problem with like calling out Mega Girl's name is the fact that like as soon as you say that, she would probably be like, "Affirmative, please insert a command" or something like that.
Please
There
insert.
Yeah, that was probably the wrong phrasing. I heard it when I said. We're moving on now.
Even though I am not.
insert.
Yeah.
These two actors have two of the best love stories in different shows together. Well, if you want another love story, check out our TNT campaign on KW's channel.
Well, you can get 2 love stories there.
And they both have extreme height differences.
And they're
I
both
would-
very
yeah.
different types.
2 love stories, both alike in height difference.
The feeling I get when I'm close to you, when all my hair stand up, that's real. Oh, and the fuzzy
That sounds
giggles
like
I get in my
fear.
noggin.
Oh, my
when you're
hair
talking about
stands
Cupid's
up.
face.
I'm
Ah,
so
shit,
terrified.
girl, that's
Well, yeah, that's like goosebumps. That's what happens.
real. Whoa. Oh, Mega Girl. I'd love you if you was the horse that ate my cousin.
Wait, what?
Who was my previous girlfriend as well? The stack of
Oh
hay.
no!
Remember, his cousin was a stack of hay that he also dated in the past. That was the part of the law.
Oh god.
This is the second time I paused in the middle of a hair switch, actually.
I love the southern lore being built into one person.
Wait,
I think we just.
wait, is the computer noise her screaming?
Yup. Oh wait, did you guys see that? Wait, I think the frame rate that went down slightly there for a second.
Maybe that could be an us thing.
Downloading new emotion. Download complete.
Oh.
This emotion was downloaded from the interweb and could have viruses. Are you sure you want to open?
Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, you can wait a minute. So the Mega Girl units are programmed with no emotions, but they are able to download them. That feels like an intentional design flaw.
Well, no, maybe. Well, maybe the kill. Maybe he didn't flip the kill human switch. Maybe he flipped like the administrator switch. So now she's running on admin.
Okay.
I do.
New emotion installation complete.
Malware detected. Shutdown mode in 5 minutes. The end. Dead.
It is love.
Oh,
It is
I was kind of hoping it'd be like fear or something. New emotion detected. Fear. Get away from me. Ah.
So I know it's using red to show love, but at the same time,
It looks
there's
like-
something very funny about her screaming, "This is love, this is love," and then looking like Carrie.
Mm-hmm. Or just a general yandere, but yeah.
You Tootsie Mega Girl.
Oh.
That sounds deeply painful.
I know they say when love happens, sparks fly, but I don't think they mean literally. I think it's only metaphorically.
Dude, also, what an amazing frame to pause on everything about this.
Look.
Everything. No, wait, no! Oh, wait, this is also pretty good.
It's slightly better, so we're leaving it on here while we talk.
Mega
Lord.
Girl is killing me. She's all got the human lobotomy.
She shocked me with electricity.
I am gonna require a lobotomy.
He sounds. It's weird actually, because I've heard that noise so many times, and it's crazy because that's just not the noise that electricity makes.
No, that's
Like I don't
that's
know.
fair.
Like I had a faulty power supply for a while. That I had to fix at a certain. Like I replaced it, but for a while, every time you put something in, it would spark, and you could hear not like a bzzz, but like a pop noise. And I took out a power supply once and almost killed myself with that. It didn't make a noise at all.
Well, I mean, partly because like electricity, the way that it works is because is like, partly through quantum physics or something. It's like a difference between like that and like the the light spectrum, so it goes up light speed pretty much.
Yeah.
Obviously, like through a conductor, so it slows down slightly, but
Ocular sensor malfunction.
Oh, Mega Girl, don't cry. Your pretty makeup is rotted.
How? Okay, how? Why would you program a robot with tear ducts? What possible function does that provide?
No, here's the thing. She had no emotions beforehand, so she wouldn't even need to cry.
Doesn't Zane from Ninjago have that as well?
I mean, yeah, but he wasn't he made to be as close to human as humanly possible?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, which robot isn't?
Well, yeah, but I don't know.
This one.
Yeah, I don't think Mega Girl was
he
made.
looks pretty damn good to me.
Well, yeah, but also it's a stage play, and you can't really CGI in a robot.
No, but you can make her look less human easily.
They kind of did. Or at least try.
Well, they could have in theory used a different puppet if they wanted to.
Well, they also could have just used makeup and made her look less human.
Makeup, which is apparently running because of the tear ducts she has.
Okay.
Oh, I guess she's alive. She's alive. Good to know.
Mega Girl's face is everything.
Let's go
wait a minute. Mega Girl doesn't have happiness. She only has love. So
and hate.
Can she not?
Yeah, synthetic hate.
Oh no! Wait a minute. She can hate everyone who touches him. Be like, oh, I saw you talking to a guy. I hate him. You're my Pookie Bear. Come here.
Also,
honestly, I think Plasma's almost worse in some ways. It's like Finn kissing Flame Princess. There's some things that are just too dangerous.
Her two emotions sound like the title of a book, Love and Rage.
Come and get me, you stupid bugs! Sígame! Follow!
Okay, so
what does that mean?
What Taz is trying to say here is follow me, but that's like follow me singular, not follow me plural.
They followed you.
Yeah, well there you go. Ask and you shall receive. I guess now it's like, I guess the bug is like, oh no, I've been pushed away. I guess I'll just float here idly for a moment.
Use a weapon.
He doesn't have one, remember? He just ran after her.
You bugs want blood? Ha! Ha! Then take it! Ah! Come on! I said take some!
I think I know what's gonna happen here, but I'm gonna wait to see.
He's gonna revive or something and kill himself.
Well, I mean, half his body is robot, so if they pierce the wrong half, then it's gonna hit mess.
Is that all you got? I said do it! Come on!
And so far they're all touching the same side.
Big guy, it's all you can eat! You damn bugs!
Oh. What?
Damn you!
Now you can hear the drinking noise.
Damn you, you damn fool!
Pick up the gun.
Damn you and your big damn heart!
Gun, pick up, do it.
You can save him, maybe.
You want blood?
I don't have any more.
Then take it. Take it! Not like this!
Hey, you're kind of similar. You know, he didn't explode, but they did, partly.
And ever
Oh, yeah, there
since
was like harnessing. Remember the balloons that like inflated whenever they had like blood in their streams or something? Yeah.
And ever since this event, he became known as a superhero. Malaria Man.
Oh, he's alive.
And like a lot of Marvel characters, his superhero name is less silly than his actual name, Commander Up.
Oh, how did you
Make them violently explode. I raised my heartbeat using breathing exercises. Their
Such
puny
as?
bodies must
Elaborate.
not have been able to handle all my blood. Buck was right. I just needed to learn how to kill with my heart.
I mean,
Okay,
I guess she took this
fantastic
the most
callback.
literally as possible, but you know.
Yeah. Shouldn't he have like half the blood of like, even if he had like a massive heart? But okay.
I killed them all, Taz!
Okay,
I
to be
killed them
fair,
all!
I guess the Flash can do a similar thing. He can also mess with his heartbeat.
Well, he can speed up his heartbeat to the point where it looks like his heart isn't even beating.
Yeah. Yeah, he faked his death one time on one of the shows, if I recall.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Justice League.
Yeah, because they're captured by like the evil Justice League or whatever, and so the way he tricked the evil Batman or whatever, he was like, "Oh, well, I'm dead now," but he was just moving so fast.
I'm dead. Yeah, totally dead. It's like, oh, never mind. I'm not dead.
Goku once did something very similar, but not deliberately. His heart just actually stopped for a moment. It was like, well, I guess he's dead. Time for me to leave. And then it was like,
I'm still a killer!
You know, just saying when villains do that though, like when villains like think someone's dead, but then immediately leave, and then the person as soon as they leave just springs up. It's like, dang, good thing they immediately left and didn't stay here for like an hour or like extra 10 minutes, because then that would have got real awkward, and they may have caught that I wasn't dead.
yeah.
Conveniently.
The fresh more than volume should be passing out at least. I like to think that that in reality, when he's like doing the celebratory pose, you just see like All Might style spurts of blood from one side of his body. I'm invincible. Anyway.
Oh, I'm still a killer!
That's great!
Oh, Taz!
Go hug up. Thank you. Just lost a lot of blood. Okay. I guess I don't care.
Well, I mean, he used to be able to like not flinch at 10 Marines.
He doesn't need
being
blood.
slaughtered
He's
in front of him
malaria,
in his
man.
face. I feel like I feel like they should be avoiding his blood in that case. Taz is in danger then.
Oh! I used to think that I was the proof you didn't need the balls to be tough. Now I know. You are the proof that you don't need a tiny skin sack of the testicles to be one tough son of a bitch.
You know what? A nice moral lesson.
Taz, now come on. Let's go help out the rest of the crew. Quick! Hop on my back.
What?
I can run faster than the two of us combined.
You just lost a lot of blood.
Hold on,
I can run faster than the two of us combined.
Again, the clip from Mega Girl is already would have worked here. What's so wrong with that sentence?
So fast, he transferred to the next scene in an instant.
Exactly.
Whew! Thank God I made it. Wait a second. This isn't my room. Confused much?
Gonna get ya!
Get away from me!
I have a hair dryer. I'll dry your non-existent hair.
I like how the corridors in this spaceship are just wide enough for Pincer to walk down.
Seems it's just you and me now.
All right, just like a blow dryer.
What? No! He actually did it!
We were all thinking it. Of course it was gonna.
No!
This is the best frame. This frame right here is everything.
Don't.
Okay, I think I've had quite enough joking around for one day. I think it's
think you're gonna get
finally
much food out of
time
her.
for dinner.
Hey,
Damn.
Pinson.
Hey, what?
I hope you like shish kebab.
Why?
Because you should always like yourself!
How does Bug know what shish kebab? You know what? Whatever. I'm not gonna.
They ate it first.
Okay, for such a dangerous creature, being stabbed once seemed to do the trick. I mean, even Smaug took like at least 2 black arrows. You know.
Bug, what are you doing here?
Quick, February, open the outer airlock.
But Bug, won't you be sucked out into space and die?
It doesn't matter. I've got pincer.
Oh yeah, that was a foreshadowing in one of the songs before.
Brat, this is our only chance.
Why did you lie to me, Bug?
February.
Because you said you hated bugs and I was a bug,
First, I just
therefore I
wanted to
don't
help
want
you.
you to hate me. I don't.
Yeah, I
Obviously,
know,
From the
right?
hatchery. But I knew I loved you the second I laid eyes on you in that
Why
movie.
love her? She's stupid.
Well, the second that he laid eyes on her, I don't think he was thinking about her intelligence, nor has he at any other stage of this entire journey.
Intelligence matters so much, though.
Not to Bug, apparently.
And I didn't think I'd ever see you again. So,
I would
so
be
when
inclined
Pincer
to
here
agree.
gave me the chance not just to be with you, but to be one of you, oh, I took it. But I didn't think because
Or at the very least, competence.
She was gonna
Being
shoot
a
herself because she didn't know how it worked.
Y'all mentioned Star Trek a
We
while
did.
ago, actually.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think your stream is a bit delayed, so I guess I'll see you in the next 30 minutes or so, so you can see we can see your response to what I just said.
That being said, I think that this does remind me a little bit of the death of Spock in Star Trek 2. So I guess maybe I can see where you're getting at if you're
Ranger's
actually
been the only
watching this
thing
right
I've
now.
wanted more than anything my whole life.
Your life of, I don't know how long, 2 days?
Well, yeah, a couple of weeks maybe.
So I lied, but
Right? What is he? He's an ant, right?
Yeah.
I think, but there was an actual answer, but I just forgot what it was.
I know the truth now, everybody. I'm not a Starship Ranger.
I'm a bug.
I'm a bug. We
Literally.
got a saying on Bug World, huh? The needs of the many bugs outweigh the needs of the few
Oh.
bugs.
There it is.
Actually-
There. That's what Spock said in the movie. That's what he. Yeah, that was his last words, I think.
So just like one of the most immediate results is males live for a couple weeks and die after mating with a queen. Female workers live for several months, but the queen can apparently live up to like a few decades, which is such a massive difference.
I mean, that makes sense given like the Overqueen and how long she's been around for compared to Pincer as well, and also how Bugette really just wants to eat Bug's head and has been very forthright about that.
Man, there must be some crazy mythology in their world if that's just the way that they're viewing everything in that
You know,
way.
it would be like an amazing solution if by the end Bug keeps his human body, but his old bug body he just gives to Bugette to have the head be eaten, and she puts like the eggs inside of that instead. That's all she wanted ultimately. So you know, everyone's happy.
Or the one bug. Never really understood that until now, so.
By the way, this whole time he's keeping the thing at bay while he's having this whole speech. It's like, dang, is he really not fighting back there?
Well, you know, yeah, I guess Pincer was a lot more talk than, I don't know, snap.
You may be a damn bug,
A damn bug.
but you are the finest Starship Ranger that I have ever seen.
And Taz is right there.
It's been an honor to be your commander, bud.
Thanks, it's been a ride.
Wait,
I
what?
love the way they tied in like the philosophy of the bugs themselves and how I didn't realize what that meant. There'd be so many ways, a few until this moment. as well. Like, it wasn't just like an empty reference. I forgot to mention that.
February.
Wait, what if February took on? What if February swapped bodies with Buggette? Be like,
okay. I
okay.
don't think Buggette would be a fan of that. Although actually, now that you say that, like the mission that February was sent under was like so she could get impregnated by by one of the bugs, and Buggette's been carrying around an egg sac this entire time. So I guess that would cover the mission directive.
I lied about being a bug. I meant everything else. You are the most beautiful, the funniest, and the smartest girl.
Oh, what?
I haven't met many other girls. Well, okay, think about the other girls that he's met. I'm not sure if he's like interacted with Mega Girl much at all, so it doesn't really count. Specs probably also hasn't, but they also hasn't been mentioned that much around him. And Taz, well, I mean, we've all seen Taz, so.
I don't know. I mean, Taz is smarter than her.
Hold on, Buggette was not.
Yes,
stupid.
but Bug might not know that. Well, Buggette was too stupid to take a hint. So, for years. Well, not for years, for weeks, however long they've been alive for, whatever.
Do it now.
Oh yeah, there might be like a massive age difference between Buggette and Bug, now that I think about it, actually, if that's the way their bands work.
Potentially.
Goodbye, Bug.
Oh, I guess we're in space now. It'd be really goofy if you just see Joe Richter on a green screen going, ah!
Hey, I'm the astronaut.
Hi there, hello, it's me, I'm the astronaut. Okay, revealed to space.
Oh.
That actually makes a lot of sense. I've realized, yeah, of course.
You jump back into your previous body.
It makes sense, but I wish it didn't
Avatar.
happen.
It's like with Avatar.
Back! Oh, back! Thank goodness.
Well, Joe didn't take off the headband now.
I didn't know what else to do, so I came here. Thank goodness
Roach,
you're awake.
slow down, what's going on?
Oh, Buck, you have to help.
What's happening?
It's one of the humans. A real nasty-looking one showed up at the hive with some kind of giant weapon and just started shooting.
Wait, why?
I don't know, but he's headed for the Overqueen.
Junior. He wants to get to the Overqueen because he wants the eggs. Roach, he wants to take her back to Earth.
But if she's
I mean, you could just like kidnap one of the bugs that already has eggs.
gone,
Okay.
the hive
I mean, the Overqueen was more Pincer's enemy, so I guess like they were doing each other favors ultimately.
and every bug in it will die.
Which is what Pincer initially suggested, anyways.
Gotta go. I gotta talk to him. Stop him.
Okay, Bug, wait, please. Save the Overqueen.
But he's about to try that.
I love
Hello. We know. I Star Wars reference, whatever. We know.
Roach, I'm gonna get the job done if it's the second last thing I do.
Okay. All right. Ah, yes, I have seen a dual explosion gun that blows things up on both sides.
How would that even work? Like, wait, does the gun have like two like little holes where it shoots stuff?
I imagine I'm imagining like two barrels and like a middle trigger that you push.
Yeah, but the barrels don't have to
that's
be
like the most
20
dangerous
relatively
thing ever.
Yeah, but that's like that feels like something that could be genuinely cool in like some 80s action movie.
Sure, but imagine the ricochet on that. If you hold it at an angle, it just goes poof.
Yeah, but that could be cool for like the climax where it's like it defies all the previous rules they set up for the gun, you know. And then they hit the trigger and it's slow motion, they throw it in the air and it just like spins and like shoots down the army or whatever.
Oh no, I'm very afraid now. I haven't. Oh no, is this gonna be like Dirty Girl now? Is this gonna be what we're in for?
There's no way it's better than Dirty Girl.
I'm not saying better. I'm saying is it like. I didn't say date Grace Chastity. I said date someone like Grace Chastity. Anyway.
I love to kill.
This actually is a good point, by the way, of you know, I forgot how long they're dispersed. Because people said before,
I thought
Darren
that said
Criss wrote, like, a
dispense
bunch
for a
of it.
second. I was like, yeah, I paid for this in the vending machine like 10 minutes ago.
Darren Criss, that's what he was doing, just from the glee stage, just going, just send him off to the stage.
Pick it up a notch, 'cause I'm evil and bad to the bone.
Okay, this must be why we didn't get the reprise before when we said that it should have been from Pincer.
Yeah,
Too much.
smoking pot. Looks like Junior is all grown up, and I'm having a blast, blowing shit up. I'll kill 1,000,000 bugs. It's a thrill and a drug, so call me a terrible guy. I love to kick it up a notch and watch all of you die!
Surprisingly, a more accurate portrayal of Draco Malfoy than Starkid's actual Draco Malfoy.
And you must...
By which I mean, of course, raised by, like, you know, like mean people, starts off as just being, like, generally, like, annoying and obnoxious and becomes a legitimate threat by the end.
Be the Overqueen. My name's Junior. Maybe you heard of me.
Junior, stop!
Bug? Bug. At last we meet, face to hideous face.
Junior, I don't think you know what you're doing. If you take the Overqueen, the whole hive will die.
Yeah, you take the head and it all comes apart. Hey, there you go, see?
Bug, my friend, I don't give a rat's ass about your hive. That's why I'm using this gun to explode this shit.
I mean, you do care to the extent that you want, like, the bug army for your dad if you got on the mission.
What? But can't you see these bugs? You're hurting them. You're killing them.
Oh, boo-hoo, Bug, I'm so sorry. Not! I'm taking that Overqueen bastard back to Earth with me because it's going to make me 1,000,000 space bucks. And I'm going to use that money.
Only, but actually, I was going to say only 1,000,000 space bucks, but then I realized I don't know the conversion rate of space bucks. Maybe that is a lot. I mean, when we're talking about, like in the James Cameron Avatar series, you always have, like, you know, like trillions or something like that. That's they're, like, you know, mining resources from Pandora for. 1,000,000 seems very small, but we don't know what space bucks are worth. So okay, fine.
To buy weed!
Is all you can think about yourself? You know, we have a saying here on Bug World.
I mean, you know, that's what addiction does sometimes.
The needs of the many bugs outweigh the needs of the few bugs. My life for the hive.
We've got a saying where I come from too, Bug. God save the Queen.
Oh, great.
Too bad he's dead.
Lucky for me, God is dead.
Close enough.
When you see him in hell, tell him Junior sent you.
That's a
Does that mean that Junior was British, though? I've heard that too many times. There's so many people have said, you know, tell them such person sent you. I mean, come on. And like we said before, she still can't take a hint, but she can take a bullet or blast, whatever.
Yeah, but the concept of telling God in hell.
Oh no, Bucket! Oh god damn it! Why'd you have to go and be so brave?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with Abby here. God is Dead God is Dead goes much harder than the other one, just because of how, like, it's much less utilized. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, basically all Disney villains. Yeah. I think even, like, Abridged Frieza said it once.
Wave, Bog. I'm in love. Bye, Bog.
No, Bucket, stay with me. You're gonna be okay.
Bog, would you sing
You know, during this time, Junior could easily shoot another blast, but okay.
to me like you did your Human? So that just once I'd know what it's like to be your girl.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, now proceeds to eat your head.
Maestro.
I'm
Yeah.
I'd say that was really sad and really beautiful. But I didn't understand one damn word of it.
That's
You know,
fair.
the headband.
Pointless. Doesn't your little boyfriend know he can only die once? But I've got a lot of bullets.
I feel like I don't know if Junior knows about the first death, actually.
Hello, Bug. I'm the rain.
You know what's... Yeah, Abby, you know what I can see? It's the sunglasses.
It's time to wash the spider out.
I do love a gun-wielding librarian.
What the hell was that?
Oh, about to get face huggered.
Oh,
Are they friendly?
hey, Junior. Here's a tip. Newborn bugs devour the nearest mammal for nourishment.
Okay, are there... This is one question I have. How many mammals are there on this planet?
Don't look now, but that's you.
This is Lion King coded. They're hiding in a...
Well, I mean, he didn't... I guess he didn't really
I guess we gotta
betray
use
their
him as a
trust and
rug
use him as an
now.
army before. Well, the hyenas didn't use him as a rug. That was somebody else.
And Bingo was his name.
What?
He doesn't have many references. He doesn't know too many one-liners. Yeah. As many mammals that can survive 8 suns. Yeah, that's about what I imagined, actually.
No. Baguette did it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they have Pikachu and Totoro mammals. That's right. I forgot that.
Pikachu?
Yeah, Pikachu
Yeah,
is in
they
it.
had Pikachu show up before. Oh. So, yeah. You missed some interesting things.
It's gone! We're saved!
Well, kneel before me, Bug. Let it
Yeah, no, you banished me. I'm off again.
be known that on this day, our hive swarms on. Thanks to the courage of one small bug and the love of one little baguette. May her memory
And also several other, much smaller bugs too. Don't forget them.
live on with each newborn chrysalis, cocoon, larva, and pupa of the hive.
Okay, I like the naming convention there, but that's gonna not really help them when they grow up.
Now and forevermore.
Bye, Baguette.
You're gonna eat her.
My bug.
Nom nom.
Yes, that's what the other queen does. It eats. Remember, one of the jobs they have is literally nourishment.
Oh, no. Oh, no,
Oh no, not Baguette.
Honey, I thought I'd never see you again.
And I thought I'd never be able to burrow deep in your vaginal canal again.
Oh.
Remember, his job is impregnator.
Oh, well, it's still early. I don't have to be back at the spawning pool for another 3 time cycles.
I'll only take one.
Oh, and Bug,
Oh, yes, Mrs. Overqueen?
perhaps I was a bit hasty giving you the job eggplanter. It seems to me your talents would be better utilized elsewhere.
Like, where, ma'am?
Well, what with all these alien visitors, we're going
War!
to need someone to...
Well, I was thinking. I was gonna say more ambassador, but yeah, maybe war. We're going to wage war on all the humans that have come into us. Your task is to kill them all. Your queen has spoken.
Keep the peace.
Well, I do know a few bugs that would be
Keep the peace by any means necessary.
pretty good at that. Have you ever met Bumbly or Baguette?
Bug you and now Baguette.
No, wait, no, did you hear that? Or Baguette?
Baguette is dead.
Yeah, there we go.
You, Bug.
The
How would you like to be our very first hive ambassador?
Well, that would be...
Yeah, there you go, ambassador.
I mean,
Well,
can I get back to you on that?
It's your queen.
Well, Yeah, she banished
See if I
Queen!
still deserve the job.
Bug, you missed the running of the snails.
I don't think I'm gonna miss very much of it.
Is that an established event that was going to happen that we just didn't hear about?
In both Undertale and SpongeBob, yes.
Yeah, okay. Somehow I don't think either of those fit the theme. Well, one of them didn't exist, but I don't think they fit the theme of this.
Oh, he's alive. I thought you died.
Who?
Yeah, hold on. What? So he's
How are
his-
you
I
not
guess his-
dead?
I guess his skull got
Oh.
somewhat crushed. Okay.
10 hut!
Okay. Come on, but alright.
We are gathered here today to pay our final respects to our honored dead. But
Somehow the only casualty in this entire dang war that we just had.
who we lay to rest here in his native soil. So, Bug, I know that your body exploded in space and that the few remaining bits of it that we managed to salvage are all lying in a pile in this box at my feet.
I was
Wait,
about
they
to say,
managed to-
how did they manage to? Yeah, they managed to find some bits. I guess they scooped them out of the void.
But I like to think that you're still out there. Somewhere.
No,
Would you settle for somewhere right here?
It's a dead ball! A ball
Pay for a picnic basket!
Why did Mega Girl flee? Does she have a fear emotion as well now? Was that another download we missed?
No, that was the malware. The malware came with love and fear. The malware was fear. No.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. All right. Creator just got a little lobotomized. Well, I know some students that would be intrigued by the concept. We were referencing that. We were referencing that before Turnip Guys. Actually, we did.
You can survive without a lot of the brain, actually.
Yeah.
You might just have some unfortunate side effects.
Well, to be fair though, that normally requires surgical precision.
Yes.
And if it's
Surgical, yeah.
And if it's just happening to you, I don't know if they're really being careful about which parts they're snipping, what parts they're not snipping.
No, probably not.
Maybe they got lucky. I don't know.
I do like searchable precision, by the way. It's like, precision, where are you? I can't find it.
I know I look a little different, but you see, when my body died up there, I woke up down here. And I know
My
it's
soul
weird, but
came back
I'm still
to
the same old bug.
body.
What do you say, everybody?
Die!
Oh, Bug.
You're disgusting.
I love how they all looked at her.
I thought you were gonna high five him again.
She doesn't know what to touch.
Yeah.
Really you?
Well, I'd understand if you still hate bugs.
Making out with that thing is gonna be really awkward. Like, how are you gonna kiss the tendrils? There are no lips.
Being Star Kid, I'm sure they'll find a way.
I thought I hated bugs. But there's one that makes me feel like I'm more than I ever thought I could
You're
be.
one of the good
It's a
ones.
bastard pincer, isn't it?
Right, I'm gonna say this is there's a very real parallel here.
You're one of the good ones.
Did we just like miss the line where he said like it's Pincer? He thinks he's just jealous of Pincer even though he's dead now.
It's you, Bug.
Oh, cool.
Guys, I'm stuck! He's got me! Not leaving this one.
Oh wait, I'm actually stuck. The membrane has pulled me in.
I love you, Bug.
Oh! Ah!
I told you, see? Being Star Kid, they would find a way. I told
I
you.
love you so much.
Tarnation, y'all.
Because remember how awful the kiss between Ron and Hermione was in Harry Potter musical, which is like the most uncomfortable thing you've ever witnessed. Yeah, so that doesn't phase me at all because I've seen the Ron and Hermione one multiple times.
This calls for a celebration of sorts. What do you say we turn this here funeral into a wedding?
Oh my god, the ring pop. You didn't even pick a good flavor. You picked like sour apple. If you're gonna propose the ring pop, get a good flavor like I don't know, like cherry
it matches
or like
her
blueberry.
2 emotions, love and hate.
I don't
And
know.
also fear and synthetic rage. The list keeps compiling. Yeah.
Okay, hate and rage.
The malware is
pretty
really
much
getting
the
to
same.
her.
Yeah.
The malware really affected her.
This will decompose on my synthetic fingers.
God, I
But my
love her
love, you
facial
will not.
reactions.
I will marry
her
you.
eyes.
Maximum capacity.
Boy, we're just getting started. Come on, everybody.
Oh, get around, everybody. To you, Ultra Beam Mega.
I guess because he's like he's like a ship captain, so I guess that's why he's
Sour
able
apple
to
is
like,
the
marry people.
worst.
Okay, hold on. They fixed that plot hole. Mega Girl is not her first name. He said Ultra Beam Mega Girl.
Okay. All right then.
Girl, take this human, Tootsie Mega Girl, to be your lawfully wedded husband.
Affirmative.
I think we did this in the wrong order, guys.
Yeah,
do you?
probably. Yeah, the last name change meant to be after. Yeah.
Tootsie Mega Girl, take this machine to be your awful cybernetic harbinger of doom.
What? He's still, even being so
That
afraid
is
of
the
Royal,
most
he's still
southern
hating.
response to that question. Hell yeah!
Oh my god.
Could we also like I appreciate the symbolism of this, by the way, because I think think about it. On one side you have a human, the other side you have a robot, and Commander Up is half of both things. I think actually they said that he was his left half because that's the scarred one is the one that's actually this one that's the human side. So he's got the human side pointing towards the robot and the robot side pointing towards the human now. Now that right there is some staging and cinematography.
Vested in me by the state and county of Mobile, Alabama.
Which I guess exists, yeah.
Oh, did you marry him and his cousin too?
Maybe.
Can you legally marry Hay though? Can you legally marry Hay?
Apparently, you can legally marry a robot.
I mean, well, I mean, they're kind of sentient, sort of.
Maybe the Hay was sentient.
I imagine that there's probably no legal precedent for that, considering that they were at war with the machines for a long time.
Fight!
Yes, they call it face fighting, so I suppose this is accurate.
Guys, I hope you don't mind, but I invited some friends along.
No! I do mind that. Don't invite your friends. Don't invite your friends.
Look it up. Looking up is like, another good day.
I even invited the children.
We might be slightly different from the things that you may know.
Meanwhile, the crew's like, what are they saying right now? They're seeing in bug. I don't understand this.
But you can't deny the similarity.
Never mind. I guess that rules out the window now.
Is that we all have heroes.
No, a couple of centuries just passed. Actually, we've skipped forward. They are now
Okay.
They're now a perfectly integrated,
The hive mind.
non-bigoted society.
The hive mind
Yeah,
took it over.
centuries have passed, but only in bug time.
It's around every corner. There's something magical in the air. Don't hide from your eyes or ignore. There is beauty, beauty everywhere.
So I learned human. Why don't I teach you a little bit of bug, huh?
All right, Tiger, teach me something.
Okay, repeat after me.
Okay.
Eat,
Eat.
up,
Ah.
or,
Or.
ah.
What does that mean, Bug?
It means I love you.
Yeah.
I think it would be funny if you taught her a racial slur as her first person language. Teach you a racial slur. It's like, oh no, don't do that.
I mean, but Bond did want me to teach the students swears, so yeah, I
do
haven't.
that.
I haven't done that. I'm not going to.
I'm sure they already know them. It's fine.
Well, yeah, but don't teach it.
Yeah, I think a few of them might. Going back to the rhyme with duck scenario, we almost had an incident there, but
Fuck.
you know.
Duck.
Eep up orca!
Oh, stop kissing him.
Stop doing
that.
Continue. It's hilarious.
But open your eyes and you'll be surprised to find out how much more something different can mean. So look out, it's all around, kinda weird, but that's neither here nor there. You can face it, embrace it, no need to fear the beauty.
Hey, does anyone in chat know what necklace that is?
On Joey?
Uh-huh.
Now, you're only just noticing that now?
Yeah. What is that?
Beauty everywhere. Beauty everywhere.
Go one of those, come on.
Once again, I want to be the very best.
And also be part of your world, yeah.
Cause here I am, and here I come.
You know what? We were robbed of a physical appearance of Chimpovolo, but we appreciate it nonetheless. Okay, there was a high note. There we go. All right,
Okay,
then.
so-
Christ,
so
thank
final
God
thoughts
Bucket
on the
didn't
show
have much
as a
singing
whole.
roles.
So
That was her
honestly-
last whimper.
Honestly, the show is kind of just all right. Like, I do kind of like the original. I do like original stories, but this is kind of an all right show. I mean, there are aspects I really like about the show, such as Mega Girl. You know, Mega Girl. But honestly, oh God, I kind of wish in the Hatchfield stuff they'd find some way to bring it in a form of Mega Girl. 10 out of
I
10
actually
would.
don't, because that means probably something horrible probably happened to her, so she's probably better off where she is.
Yeah, but I mean, this show's kind of has some horror elements as you think about the implications.
No, I didn't think about the implications.
I didn't think about it.
Yeah, well, it was fun. It would be better if it had more songs, but Darren was busy. Yeah, they probably should have got somebody else to write like a few songs. Because here's the thing. With a lot of musicals, yes, usually sometimes you have like one person in charge of the music, but not always. There are sometimes there's either collaborations, so one person writes one thing, one person writes another. It's there's a lot that goes into that. So they could in theory have got like a second person to help out with some of these things.
I mean,
also
true,
give down
but also without that, true, but like you also with that you run into risk of the songs not really matching up with the way they're kind of executed.
Then get somebody who can match the style. Then
Yeah, I know, but like that's always a risk you run if a separate person. You should kind of tell on occasion, like when a different person like made a song, even if
well, I mean, it's kind
similar.
of like it's kind of like our classic thing when when we write scripts together. People are like, oh, was this an 8-line or a Jacob line? It's usually pretty obvious who wrote what, but people still enjoy the shows regardless. It's just one of those like extra layers that you have.
Yeah.
Mega Girl possessed by Wiggly or, or Blinky. Hello, my friendly wins. I don't know.
But yeah, no, Mega Girl is best. Best girl.
There we go. See, 75% down, 25% AJ Holmes. And off the top of my head, I would not be able to tell you which songs were written by which one of them. Although I would guess the guitar ones that were just Darren are probably just him. But again.
See, personally, I prefer Sherlock, but
moving on. So, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I do think that this falls, somewhere in like the middle of my non-existent tier list of Starkid musicals or musicals overall. I mentioned in Act 1, Part 1 that it seemed like because that was mostly where we're covering the bug planets. It seemed like those aspects were to you guys what MAMD was to me. So on some level, I think I think maybe that was the difference. Like, I enjoyed this a lot more because
I see. So
I'm
you
more
could
geared
go-
towards like stuff like this rather than MAMD, which is more, you know, your kind of humor.
So you could go back and rewatch MAMD because now you're a bit desensitized, and now you could go through it.
because it does not affect me on the same way. MAMD affected me the way that this affected you. So that it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. I see what you're trying to do, but logically doesn't add up.
I mean, there is just some stuff. Like, I feel like the plot could have been better handled. Like, I just think the way January and Bugs' initial romantic attraction. What?
Wrong
month.
February.
Oh, I don't know. I knew it was a month. I call it January.
Yeah.
Listen, December and Bugs' relationship, okay? You know,
Sure.
that kind of came out of nowhere, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just, I feel like him and November bonding could have been handled a lot better or throughout a few extra scenes. Because honestly, just June and him just didn't click. I mean, like, it just kind of felt like it came out of nowhere. I mean, him and May just.
I think the advantage is that considering that April's an idiot, that you know we didn't really have a reason. Like, that's where we outlined the comedy there. So old Star Kid leans more in that having that comedic edge means that a lot of the stuff that is just absurd and would not fly like anything else makes sense because like the medium that they're in. Like if this were a Hatchetfield series, March would just be awful. But yeah.
But the Ninja Turtles have the same issue with her.
Oh, what?
Is that not an advantage? Ninja Turtles
a human in love with the turtles.
Different moods.
Are you referring to that plot point where sometimes April or
no? We're talking about like the tone of the show because I'm saying that the comedy.
I'm talking about April.
One of the turtles liking April. That whole plot point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, as someone who's seen a lot of the incarnations where that happens, I'm never a fan of it. Like, I always find it weird. Like, I always feel it more of like a sister kind of relationship than a romantic kind of relationship.
I don't think anything can be as bad as the Bayverse.
Well, yeah, but Bug and July didn't have any established relationship beforehand.
Oh,
so
my shell is tightening. My shell is tightening.
Wait, what?
That's the thing in the Bayverse.
So that's a thing. Yeah, that's a thing in the first Bayverse movie. This teenage turtle at the time is telling grown woman news reporter April that his shell is tightening, which is a turtle version of saying they're rock hard.
Yeah, which also implies that you know he gets hard in reverse because his shell's on his back. But I don't know.
No.
Okay.
All turtles. That's just a thing that turtles do. That's the turtle equivalent.
Okay.
Like in just actual biology, they're just shell titans.
But yeah, no, I mean, I don't necessarily mind the fact that a bug and a human relationship, it's weird, technically, but you know, I don't mind the concept of it. It's just the way it was executed. Like, they needed to bond so much more before he declared he loved her or liked her in any way.
Yeah, at least he didn't also propose to her. He probably doesn't know what a wedding is, so he probably wouldn't have done that anyway. But yeah, it makes more sense.
I feel like Tootsie gets away with it because he's kind of stupid. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, this is the thing because
Tootsie gets away with it because he's stupid. I don't know why Bug isn't normally portrayed as super stupid.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes a few situations, but not as stupid as say August, for example, or Tootsie. But like, yeah, but the thing is that's what I was saying before about like the comedy and also like how the absurdity they play into that because and they play it off, and that's why it works here where it wouldn't in something like Hatchetfield, which has comedic elements to it, of course, but it's not like the primary focus all the time. Like the drama takes over for the more serious stuff.
You know, as much as I love comedy, I like drama. I like a lot of drama with a side of comedy, not primarily comedy with a side of drama.
I think that's what Starkid eventually realized. I mean, of course, I briefly talked about how there is a reason that they stopped doing parodies, or a multitude of reasons that kind of led to the ultimate decline of them. But the actual tone shift happening was also gradual. It was probably because of what you just described there. Of course, it was still far off from this stage, but yeah, for a lot of times, you know, the reason people go back to a lot of Star Kid content is, especially if they've already had enough enough drama in their particular lives or their day or something. It's something to be like utterly absurd and just be like, okay, I need some good old songs and some good old idiots doing what they do best.
I wish during the one song that Hershey had, whenever he was giving his duet to Mega Girl, it's insane that they didn't put in like any Southern references there. Like they give him a bunch of like Southern stereotypes throughout the whole show, but then during the one song that he gets, not one.
Maybe that wouldn't have won her over. She would have been does not compute all the time. Please define.
What is a tractor?
Oh yes, a primitive machine. Some of my parts were recommissioned from a tractor back on Earth. The reveal that Pincer was thrown away after the show ended broke my heart. That was super bad. You honestly, you think that they would probably be able to like do like a
did they do an auction?
A crowdfunded thing or something? Yeah, they should have done an auction. Yeah, considering
I have the same thing for Chuck E. Cheese. They've been phasing out all their robots, and like all the animatronics have just been getting like chucked out or melted down and shit. It's like, bro.
Chucked out.
And it's like, man, I'm sure I'm not the only person on the planet who would pay at an auction to get one of these things.
Absolutely not. Although then again, they're probably not the safest things to auction. Some people are going to try to see if they can find that's searchable procedure. You know, we're gonna get that. We're gonna get multiple bites of 24. You know, right.
No, Matt Lang tossed that motherfucker in a shuck hole. God damn it! That reminds me of that one picture of the broken and dismantled, like fucked up Chucky. That was like out in the desert in the middle of butt fuck nowhere.
Thought that was Bill Cipher.
They're buddies, actually.
Wait, if we shake Chucky's hand, will
hey, Chucky, don't lose your head about it.
Hey, Bill Cipher likes singing too. He did a little bit of singing in the actual show, and then he had one. He had that, but he also had one full song that never made it. It was at the start of the Weirdmageddon arc.
Oh man,
it was cut out. We do actually have it though.
Gravity Falls should have had a musical episode, in my opinion. That would have been amazing if Gravity Falls.
You know what? To quote a bridge. Well, actually, no, I can't quote the bridge for Vegeta. I was going to say, but yeah, I hadn't thought of that ever. But now that you put that idea into my head, 100%, yes, absolutely.
Here, I can send you "Let's Get Weird"
It could have been like a failed Ford experiment or something that makes them all sing for a day or something like that.
Or maybe there's a special day in the town where it's like everyone.
It's a weather phenomenon. It's a weather phenomenon or something. So Gronkle like, no, everyone stay indoors. We can't go outside. We need to make sure it does not end up in here. No, it's starting. It's beginning.
Oh, Abby, have you heard the song from that Bill Cipher sing or would have sung? It's gonna get weird.
Rebecca Sugar, you know what? Yeah.
Rebecca Sugar would have killed writing songs for Gravity Falls. She would have killed it at
100%. Yes.
So would Bill.
Collab.
Becky, honey.
They're gonna write song on that couch made of flesh.
I can tell you have a good eye for some tunes.
Oh, Abby, are you getting back into the show so you can read the book? Because that's part of the reason I'm doing it. I wanna get the new book.
I'm just gonna revive this. I recently got back into Gravity Falls since the show actually ended.
The show ended years ago. The show ended like I don't think it was a decade. It was like it ended like 8 years ago.
Yeah, but now it ended again because something new came out, and we don't know if it's ever coming back again.
I mean, it was kind of like a
don't know where, don't know when. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of. I wouldn't really say the show itself was back-ish, kind of.
Well, no, but the IP is.
Yeah, well, the Disney gotta milk the IP for as much as it's worth.
Well, no, Alex actually wrote this one.
Well, they haven't been.
Yeah.
Alex wrote this one. In fact, the Book of Bill is like one of the only books targeted towards like mature audiences.
It's like rated R
Disney
or
has
whatever.
published.
Not rated R. Mature, whatever.
Yeah, it's a mature book. Which I think is fun. I remember GT Live making a point where it's like, hey, it's kind of nice that after this many years, they actually like their big return is for like the older audience that would have grown up on the initial run.
Yeah,
I mean that makes a lot of sense because I don't believe that they're airing the initial run a lot anyway, so they're not going to get many newer people unless it's through word of mouth. So
or Disney Plus.
Or Disney Plus, yeah, that's fair. That's how they got me actually. So
yeah.
I didn't watch it originally.
Did you watch all of Gravity Falls yet or no?
No. I think it started. I think it started. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, I've watched all of it now. I mean, I thought you meant.
Oh, I was about to be like, have you seen all of Gravity Falls? Am I accidentally spoiling part of it?
Well, no. You introduced. Well, the reason I know what Bill Cipher sounds like is because But
well, to be fair, he appeared in season 1 finale. So all
you introduced me. You introduced me to you introduced me to Gravity Falls like the first episode, and then afterwards, when I got Disney Plus, I watched it on my own because I got very recommended.
Yeah, I do remember this. Yeah, we showed him on. I think it was supposed to be a My Hero Academia day, and we were like, okay, we got to show you this, and we never got further than that, and eventually he did end up watching it.
Yeah,
you should watch all Amphibia. Amphibia was good. It's also on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I kind of thought because I remember that a few years ago they were still airing it here, so I thought, okay, well if I happen to catch it, I'll just be like, okay, I'll start from this point.
There's also a Gravity Falls crossover with Amphibia technically.
I already told him about this.
Cool. Yes,
I'm ahead of you.
Grunkle Stan Frog, and Frog Zeus.
I mean, is that a crossover or a cameo?
Crossover. It's a whole episode. It's set in another universe where it's Gravity Falls, but frogs and toads.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, Gravity Frogs. That makes sense.
Yeah. Gravity Frog. Oh my god. you know how a Disney Channel does the whole like theme song takeovers? I'm surprised they haven't did that for Gravity Falls, but just make it Amphibia, like change everything to Amphibia themes.
They did on the Disney.
Have like Flipper and Tadpole Pines or something. I don't know.
On the Disney like YouTube channel, I know they have like a drawing series, and then one of the most recent.
How not to draw blank or whatever.
No, it's just actually drawing the thing, and in this one it was like drawing Gravity Falls stuff, and then that's like, to put it simply, Bill Cipher is stronger than the pencil, and there's a 3D Bill Cipher that exists now. There's
they say the pen is mightier than the sword, but ain't mightier than the pen.
Yeah,
in Gravity Falls, though, one of my favorite characters is Abuelita. I love her.
Yeah, there is a Nightmare Fuel CGI 3D Bill Cipher.
I am a frog
made
now.
by Disney. It's out there. You can go see it. It's free.
All right. AJ Holmes wrote the Morse show to tunes different as can be into dance again. See, here's the thing. Those are two of my favorites in a Harry Potter musical. So honestly, more AJ Holmes music would have been good for this too. If that's what we're going by. Oh my goodness. Okay. Before we wrap this up, do you have BB? I don't think you said any final thoughts about the musical.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind. Starkid is hard to. The problem with Starkid is that it's hard to give compliments because it's always like, oh, it's okay, but only because it's. They have very consistent quality. So a lot of their stuff isn't looking to blow the past thing out of the water. So a lot of it is around the same level. So it's about as good as everything else we've seen, which is good. I don't know what to tell you.
That's fair, and also probably it helps out with having like their with the fan base, because clearly what they've done works and they realize that it works, and unlike Disney with Gravity Falls, they know how to use their fan base.
Here's the thing, though. I kind of prefer something like this over full-on parody work, though, because I still kind of like the more original stuff over parody works. Granted, they haven't really hardcore parodied anything I'm too interested in, which is probably why I don't feel as much of a connection. It's like a Harry Potter musical. I really don't care about Harry Potter, I know
the musical Batman?
Even then, I'm not really much of a Batman fan, if I'm honest. Specifically a Batman fan, like, if it was maybe more of a DC thing, I could see myself being more interested in it, but it's like very specifically Batman. It's like kind of just Batman, it's like, eh.
Yeah, I guess that is another disadvantage of the parodies they will most likely eventually realized. But yeah, with this kind of thing, it was very clearly a parody of so many different things they've mashed together, and those things can either be very well put together and actually make sense because you're just like adding stuff that complements each other, or it could just be a mismatch of things, Freeberg and Seltzer style, and it just ends up being an entire mess.
Yeah.
So,
I will say,
this is of course the one of the former.
I will say I will probably get a kick out of Holy Musical Batman. I remember seeing. I think this was my first. I want to say that my first exposure to him actually was the 1966 show movie, the one with the famous like shark repellent.
The animated one. The animated movie?
No. This is old. Like the 1966 show had a movie.
It did.
Yep. That's where the shark repellent bit comes from, and that was my first exposure. And I became such a big Batman fan from there that later on, my stepdad, who was working in a mechanic shop at the time, and he's still has, but this one, someone came in with a cool little thing, and he calls me out because I went with him to work because I was too young to stay at home at the time. And I go with him to work. He's like, "Hey, check this out." That was the day that I got inside of a life-size replica, a working replica of the 1966 Batmobile. That was the coolest shit. I was convinced that Batman was real for like years after that.
And came to your dad's shop for repairs, yeah.
Yes, that was exactly what I thought for sure. Oh, Batman came over. Holy shit.
Holy working replica Batman.
And now as my taste is refined, and I like a lot of, I still have like a great soft spot for the 1966 show. But now later on, I end up liking a lot of the darker stuff, which Batman also fits that. So so I'm just in general media. So I just kind of became a Batman fan. But the hard thing about saying like, oh, are you a fan of Batman, for a lot of people that aren't on two different extremes and got introduced with like something that campy, is that whenever you ask, hey, are you a Batman fan? And they say yes. What one person says yes to that question for is not what the other person's saying. Batman is such a different character depending on the version.
Here's the thing. I don't actually know what my proper introduction to Batman was. It could have been either the Super Friends cartoon, which is semi-close to the Adam West Batman, or it could have been the version we had on the Scooby-Doo meets Batman crossover, which is like
that last
in the
one,
set made in like the 70s or whatever, that I also watched. Which I see, like, I don't know which one of those was technically my introduction to Batman.
That second one feels like it's probably the most coded.
Yeah,
well,
I remember watching
if
that
Batman
a lot.
versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles existed at the time, then that would be the most Aiden coded. But based on chronology.
Yeah, now the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover animated movie didn't happen to
it was the comic came out before the movie.
That's why I specify.
You know what's interesting about that version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, though? That's like one of the few times we got an original version of the Turtles in a movie that were pre-made.
Oh, right. Okay.
Like they're completely original, unique versions that we haven't seen.
Yeah.
Well, it's not derived off like 2012, 2003.
That's not necessarily true.
Yeah, but what about the horrifying live action ones that they had for a bit?
So what years?
Are they based on something?
So that movie is
The Creator's Nightmares, perhaps?
So that movie is actually based on a comic series, not like Ninja Turtles, like the IP as a comic series, but like that exact run like Batman v the Ninja Turtles, that was a thing. There's actually 3 volumes of it, and that adapted the first one. And that it was actually based mainly on the Mirage Turtles, the original versions. So,
yeah. Also, again, the horrifying, the ones that went on the tour or whatever event afterwards. That was just disgusting. Well, I guess if we're all sharing, my Batman origin is the most boring of them all.
Actually, no, sorry, I think it was IDW, but
no, okay. So my Batman intro was the most boring of them. Also boring that BB already preemptively interrupted it. It was there was this like random book that I found in my school library or something that was talking about like different parts of American history or something, and it happened to have like a section about like superheroes or whatever, and it's just like a page on Superman, Spider-Man, and Batman in that order. And that was the first time I saw the characters. So there you go. That's my intro to Batman, everyone. A random page in a book that I picked up, and then I didn't read anything else from it.
Yeah.
And afterwards, I recognized like Spider-Man. It's like, oh wait, that's the thing from the book. And then
I think my first comic actually was like a hardcover graphic novel collection in my elementary school of Iron Man.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, this was for me. It was elementary school. As well.
You know, honestly, I do wonder if my first actual introduction to Iron Man was the series, the 3D series, though. Because I don't really remember going to see the Iron Man movie in 2008 because I really was interested in Iron Man. So I don't think I didn't see that movie till like years after it came out. Before I think I didn't even see the Avengers when it came out. I'm pretty sure. But like, I'm pretty sure my introduction, like one of my first introductions to Iron Man was through the Iron Man Iron Adventures cartoon, which isn't even comic book accurate. I like it, but it's very much not derived from the comics.
Series is not accurate to the comics. Who would have thought?
It's very different.
Sorry, Marvel themselves are not accurate to the source material that they pull from.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say of all the Marvel TV shows that I've seen, I don't know of any of them that have been like taken from the comics directly. And I've seen a handful, in fairness, not all the way through, but a handful. But yeah, I remember one of my friends in Spain actually complaining about the changes that they made in Spectacular Spider-Man. Was like, oh, okay, sure, but I don't care. It's good.
Sure. Is this the one that I'm thinking of?
They must be fuming over the Ultimate Spider-Man with all the changes they made in that show.
I don't think that was airing.
Oh, this is the one. I had some DVDs of the Spectacular Spider-Man. This was such a good show.
The Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. And apparently, one that I guess only that friend had a problem with it, though. Everyone else, really enjoyed it.
Although I think the first major Spider-Man cartoonist show I ever saw was the Ultimate Spider-Man, which as a Spider-Man show, it's not good. It's not good as a Spider-Man show. I mean, I guess the action's kind of nice, but like the character writing, Drake Bell's performance as Peter, it all leaves a lot to be desired.
Fair enough.
And
I forget who voices Peter in the Spectacular Spider-Man because again I watched it in Spanish, so it would have been a different person.
His name. Crap. He actually returned voice. For a single
Josh
line.
Keaton.
Yeah, he returned for a single line across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, so obviously that was something that I don't have because again that was.
Although you know who makes a great Spider-Man is probably my favorite.
I only found that out like 2 years ago.
Yuri Lowenthal. Like I love Yuri as a voice actor. He voiced.
That makes a lot of sense for you.
He voiced teenage Ben 10 and Ben 10.
That's why it makes sense for you. I know who he is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's so talented. I love his voice.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Look, there we go. Exactly. There we are.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Yuri's the modern voice for it. He's the game Spider-Man right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's PS5/PS4 Spider-Man.
Okay. And PC now, but yeah.
Yeah. Insomniac Spider-Man.
Showed me a cover of the new Teen Titans, and I fell in love with comic superheroes and seeing 80s Starfire changed my life at age 6.
Starfire. To be fair, No,
Yeah,
to
so
be
talking
fair,
about like out of DC
80s
also the animated
Starfire.
series also changed that. But
I don't know. Honestly, I like Starfire's Teen Titans, like the animated show design, more than her like. a
Yeah,
lot of her
see,
comic
and another
design.
example of one that changes the comics.
I
See
don't.
how
I
that
don't really
works?
like her
Yeah,
comic design very much. Like her comic design is
really
alright.
like
I'm talking about
think-
the comics in general. I'm not just referencing just Starfire here.
I-
We met. You said before that you were talking about like how Marvel shows change the stuff from the comics, and I'm saying DC has the same thing because you just mentioned a famous example.
Yeah. I will say that I actually I think that not only does she look cool, but I think that Comic Starfire serves a role that Teen Titans show Starfire completely dismantled in a way that dare I say is disrespectful to the character. Because
Well, I know
we
that
actually
Comic Starfire's eyes are terrifying.
well, here's the thing.
Her eyes are
Starfire-
kind of terrifying in general. If they were
Starfire-
realistic looking, let's be honest.
Well, I mean,
They're
here's
green.
the thing, right? Starfire
Straight
is
Play-Doh green.
Starfire is a very powerful and also muscular BIPOC woman, and given the time that she had made her debut all the way to this day, she has served such an incredibly important purpose in comic history, I think.
She did what Luisa from Encanto did, and people were still surprised that the same effect occurred. All right, we've looked all the way back to Disney, so I can segue this one. Twisted is the best parody I've done, especially with all the Disney references and jokes. Well, again, I look forward to showing everyone
Okay,
Twisted.
so I gotta go
I think
now.
that's going to be one of the favorites.
I gotta go now, but Jacob, I put something in the private chat. You go respond to DMs or whatever about the thing I asked. Anyways, I gotta go now. Bye.
Okay.
I like how we eventually prolong these streams so long that even I try, even if I'm segueing to the outro, it's still not enough time.
What I love is that sometimes Aiden's the one who delays it, and then he abandons.
Yeah. This is the only last thing I was going to mention here. The case I've gone back to saying this being their most flawed production. I mean, but I don't. Yeah. Depending on how when did they say that? Because they might have had some other flawed productions, as time went by. That one's an interesting one to say. I guess by their own standards, because of how they had to put it together, or the fact that they didn't have Darren there all the time, or whatever they wanted, or things like that. But I will say, as far as they went further in this one as far as puppetry goes than they ever did until about Yellow Jacket time.
Well, that's my thing, right? I think this is still better than a lot of the Hatchetfield series, right? Not like the musicals, but
Nightmare Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because I mean, as far as floor production goes, I mean, of course, some of them was due to circumstance or them not knowing the different medium, but it's still fairly obvious that there are a couple of things that they might have been able to do in some of those that weren't fully taken advantage of. Whereas here, they had huge ambitions, probably not much time or guidance to put it together, and they still managed to pull something together. They had video here, they had the puppets like I mentioned before, they had references that all combined to make sense with each other. They had at least a handful of songs in between that could be good to have some more, but ones they did have were pretty good. So yeah, all in all, that's probably again another reason why I put this quite safely in the middle of my non-existent tier list, because I don't tend to rank the things compared to each other. But there you go. That is bit. Oh, she's 6'3". Oh, okay.
She is a tall, muscular woman.
Fair enough then. All right. So yeah, I guess that's that. On to the next thing, which again I will say might be more Little White Lie for us. Might be some Tin Can Bro stuff. Might be whatever the other thing was that someone mentioned that we should watch that I forgot the name of now. We made a note of that in the group chat.
So I don't know. I don't know what.
Just because I know someone's going to be like, oh, let's make the next musical. Let's watch this musical next. The thing is, if we do them all quickly, we'll run out of all the really good stuff that everyone wants to see, and we want to make sure we want to prolong this stuff too. And hey, we just hit 3 hours. Speaking of prolonging things,
I don't know what times I will be gone. But I do have to go to the vet on Thursday, so maybe Little White Lie might be the thing that lands to be the best, but I don't know when I'll be gone or when I'll be back. So I might be here. So I might be here. I don't know.
All right, we'll see then. But whatever it ends up being, we'll be somewhere around on Thursday. Well, see, we might be playing D&D first, then around on Thursday, so we might start at a different time, you know. you do know where, but you don't know when. We will meet again. So please let us know your thoughts, means of liking or disliking, and leaving your comments on things we've missed out on or other stuff you want to say about Starship, now we've seen its entirety and everything. The Agon Post Murder Sudano Party.
That's the one that I'm looking forward to.
All right, fair enough then. And we'll see you all soon enough in another Butter Punch video. Doodle pip.
Bye.